Hello, hello, and welcome to Planet Coaster with Plastic Swans. Now, apologies for the awfully long time it's taken me to get started today. Having technical issues trying to get YouTube to go live. So it's taken, actually, what time is it now? It's 10 past 1. I started this at 20 past 11. So that's almost 2 hours. Yeah, no, almost 2 hours to get YouTube to work. But we're here, we're live, and we are building a water park. So I hopefully I do have Plastic Vicar the on the voice, so hopefully he can let me know if anything's up, if the music's too loud, music's too low, anything else needs changing. I'm sure he'll let me know. So this is my water park, which it's taken a long time for me to get this developed. I started, I finished, I tore it down, I started again, and this is the layout that I'm actually happy with that I've eventually got to. So, I guess we start building up. What I want to do is finish off and have this entire area complete. So I've left this little gap here to put in some facilities. For a water park, obviously you're going to have toilets, changing room, probably some places to get food and drink. And we also have this lovely little ride that one of my friends, Pixelator, has made for me. And this is a water/coaster ride. So,
Sorry, Swansea. It still says starting soon on the stream.
what's it?
Yeah, you've
Oh,
still got your starting soon
oh
thing on the
Christ
stream.
on a bike.
Yeah, you've still got your starting soon thing on the stream.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right.
Yeah, on the screen it says starting
Oh, I
soon.
thought you meant that YouTube was starting to. Hang on a second. Let's change that. Oh, it's. Oh, I see what you mean. Right. It's. Oh, that don't need that on there. Let's move that off. Right. Okay. Should be working now. Have a look. Has it gone? Yes, it's gone. Also gone very quiet. Oh, it's because I'm in a part of the park that doesn't have anything going on. Yep, there we go. How are the voice levels? Vicar. He's gone. Are you still there? Can you let me know what the voice levels are like?
Yes, no, sorry, it sounds fine. I have to have the stream muted because I've got you in my ear, so
Right. Okay.
I can't listen to both. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. What I might do actually is turn off the in-game sound, and we'll put something on in the background from stream, the music service I have. That might be a little better. So I need to go to settings and settings, music, mute. Yeah, I've got that sound. Mute main. No. Park music. There we go. Mute park music. Mute shop radio. Oh yes. And the rest, I think we're okay. So let's apply that. Yeah. Zoom and I. That's Windows Media Player. Oh, and of course I can hear someone doing gardening outside, so hopefully that quiet with that. Okay, that should be loud enough. Ugh, soothing. I need it after all that effort. Right, okay, so we need to build a wall, and we need to build. What else do we need to build in here? So start off with the entranceway. Now, I did put this walkway all the way around, but I don't know if it's useful there because we're getting very close to the amenities section here, which I do like having to fit all these things in so they're a little bit. What if I pause it? That might help. I like having to squeeze everything in, and if it's all close together, I think it looks a bit prettier than if it's not. So let's get rid of this path. On and the delete path button. Right, and delete it around here. Woo! Speed delete, I like it. Okay, let's get rid of you. So nice big entrance here. So maybe you can't get to the entrance there, and we'll put the entrance on here so it's a little bit. So you're coming through these little bits here, which is not ideal. But again, this is like something the park has squeezed in. Oh gosh, look at that! There's a Christmas pipe just stood in midair. I must have downloaded something that had Christmas pipe and then I got rid of it. That's true. Okay, so I'll give you a quick tour of what we've done so far. So these little rubber rings is a Theme Maker's Toolkit item that I've downloaded, and that is by somebody called Ollie414, and he's done quite a lot of water park scenery that was really cool. So if I look on my toolkit items, which goes up, yeah, so he has provided me with the inflatable water tube, slide tube 2. And he also did these tube pieces. Now, I spent about 10 hours trying to get these tube pieces to work, but they're just ridiculous. They don't work properly, so I've had to cancel and delete what I used with those because they just don't. They're great pieces, but it really would have benefited if he'd put them as one whole piece. So I've got one left, which is working well because it's a full tube. So this little piece here is like a clear tube, and I thought, oh, that works really well. You could do like a death drop slide or something with that. So as it's one whole circular piece, it works really well. Unfortunately, the rest didn't work very well. So what I've done is to make my water slide here, I used Silveret's water slide that he created in his park about 1.5 years ago. He did the collaboration with some other YouTubers that did the Koali Beach, which is a fantastic series. Theme Park Media, welcome to stream and thank you. So yeah, I had to use Silveret's water park pieces of. Let me have a look in my blueprints and it'll come up on here. Let's have a look where it is. So it's modular. There you go. So the modular water slide pieces. So it comes in a set like this, and then you just move it where you need it and take the pieces you want, and you can create your own custom water slides. I thought that was great. So it's a shame I didn't get to use the Theme Maker's Toolkit pieces, but they were just way too difficult to work with. So yeah, there we are so far with the water parky bit, and I'm gonna start with an entrance now. For the water slide, I made this sort of thatched roof design for the stairs up. I do need to finish the stairs as well because they don't have handrails, and that's not exactly safe, is it, when you're going up to the top of the slide? So I will change that. And I want to create an entrance that's kind of like this. So let me steal the piece, and we'll start off somewhere around here. So we've got nice 2 entrances here, and this could probably be the exit. So I want to do a full piece around here. And I'm not sure whether I want to use balls for the entrance or I might use wooden pieces. So my favourite piece in the game, absolutely favourite. MSJN, afternoon and welcome to stream. I hope you haven't been waiting around too long. We've had some terrible technical difficulties. How are you a pro at building? I suck at building. Well, 1.5 years ago, I really sucked at building too. And I'll show you actually, because I started, so if I go to the settings on this, so if I go to save park, you'll notice I've called this practice tropical because when I started the park, I was so bad at the game that I thought, right, I'm going to practice how to do this properly. It's okay. I had Ali's stream last night on while waiting. Yeah, did she finally finish? What was it she was playing again? It was LA Noire. Did she finally finish it? So yeah, this is my entrance, which I started about 18 months ago. Now, I was super proud of doing this entrance. It took me forever, and I thought LA Noire. So when I started Planet Coaster, this is the start of, well, how I learned how to build. And I struggled and struggled with it, but kind of got there in the end. It just took forever. Yeah, and this is my first coaster that I built. And it's such a simple coaster. It's hilarious. The kids probably get to the top of the drop and go, is that it? And so I stopped playing the game for a while. I'm not sure, I haven't got to the end of the video yet. Yeah, so I stopped playing Planet Coaster because I was struggling so much with the build tools. And then Frontier introduced the multi-selection tool, which is this little button. If you don't know, there's the multi-selection tool down here. And it now works with building pieces and scenery pieces, because I know a lot of the tutorials, it was always like, oh, if you place a building piece and then you use scenery pieces, you can place stuff a lot more like easily. And I just couldn't get the hang of it. When they introduced that multi-selection tool, it meant that it was much easier to build just creatively. So that's really what helped me to learn how to play the game. Right, okay, we'll get back to what I'm meant to be doing today. Plastic Vicar says, Mega Bridge is complete, but it's mostly Mega Travelator. Yes, so another game that I'm playing quite heavily is Conan Exiles. And we had a nice engineering piece going on with that last night. Yes, so it is done. Also, how do you know when the path goes down, and how do I add scenery to that? So pathing, let me see if I know this is what you're trying to build. Oh, add scenery to the path. I think you have to click a button that says you can place scenery anywhere. So to move the path up and down, you like place your path, and then if you press U, that moves it up, and then J moves it down. So then you can just move the scenery around. Like the pathing is terrible in this game, but it's something you learn to live with. So okay, so there's the pathing down. And so normally what you do, if you've got your shops and stuff, so I'll just click a normal, so Cosmic Cow, there we go. That will automatically connect to the path that way. Now to add scenery to it, I think it should just automatically go on. So let's try Adventure Lamp. Yeah, so Adventure Lamppost, no problem sitting on the path. Of course, the guests will just walk straight through that because it's like the scenery doesn't exist to them unless you have them around a path. And I don't think there's any options to do it. Let me have a check on the settings in case I've got a setting set up here. So settings and in game. So these are just, so disable, if you disable all the collision, there you go, disable collision scenery collision. That stops rides and stations from preventing scenery placement. Now that's great so that you can build onto coaster stations. So this one over here, find where the entrance is. Oh no! Somehow my my station has gone from here. I must have deleted that somehow. Whoops. I'll have to put that. Oh no, there it is. There you go. Getting lost in my own park. So here, all the scenery has been built onto the station coaster. So this little guy stuck in, that's the station coaster. If I can click on him. Of course I can't. There you go. So I've clicked on the station coaster, and with that setting that stops collision. So basically I just try all the collision options in the settings, and that should help you to avoid getting collisions there. Right, let's delete all of this. Move that on and go back to pathing. Stupid tool. Look, I really hope they fix this when they develop the pathing tool for Planet Zoo. Hopefully they will. I think they're going to try and use the pathing that they had for Jurassic World Evolution, and that would be awesome, just to stop it from having such difficulties with collision. Right, so copy these across and we'll make some nice new ones. You had to look and she's not finished. Okay, also for the Copperhead Strike Coaster, when you place it, it says 2. Why does it say? That's because every time you build or try out one of the rides, it automatically numbers it even if you've deleted it. So for example, I've done quite a few of this. What's this one called? Because it shows me how many times I opened it and deleted it. So Light Line 9. If I try and place a Light Line coaster, so let's have a look in coasters, and I should know exactly where this is because I've placed it a million times and then deleted it. So there we go, that one. Now, if I go... I bet he does know where I can place it now. Oh, it's in custom. No, I don't want custom. Let's just place a new one. There's water coaster. There we go. Now, if I place that down there, see, it says editing Cascade 18. That's because I've placed 18. Tolicram, welcome. YouTube stream. Finally, we've had some terrible trouble this morning trying to get it to work. It wouldn't link up with my Streamlabs, and it took me about 2 hours to figure out how to get it to work. Yeah, so there you see Cascade 18. That means that I've placed 18 of these rides, and I don't think there's any way you can change that unless you edit. So if you click done, and then you can change it there. So if you just want that called Cascade, it'll just change it to Cascade there. But yeah, every time you place a coaster, it will remember what number you're up to where you're placing it. Right, so we've been live for 20 minutes, and all I've done is place this one thatched roof. Sounds about normal, doesn't it? Right, let's move that around a little bit. So I kind of want it on a curve here. Now we fight with the build tools. But yeah, I've held off doing a live stream for a couple of weeks because trying to get this water park in place, it just took forever. Adichia, welcome to stream. I like the supports of the thatched roof. But my favourite wooden beam. Okay, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope that's helped. Right, let's curve you around just a little bit. Because a straight entrance is boring. We want bendy entrance. Right. Now, I don't know whether I want this to stretch all the way to the exit. Possibly not. Because I need to leave room for the toilets and changing rooms and things like that. Let's move that back. Yeah, I'm hoping Pixelator shows up again later on so I can show him how... Yes, I've placed his... That's what Shakira said. So I've placed his the ride that he built into the park. It kind of long, so... I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to fit in, so I've had to kind of cut into the volcano a little bit, so it's got like this underwater bit, or the under the volcano bit, so it can actually fit in. But, you know, it's part of the ride, isn't it? Right, so how long do we want this to be? That's also what she said. What, it's too long? Go down that way, and another one out here. I think that's probably long enough. I'm hoping to get some nice little windows in here. So probably a good idea is to place the path first and then put the entrance and exit bits in after the path in. It's the heated area. Okay, paths. This is, yes, this is gravel path, so nice. Curve in there and curve in there. And I only discovered recently, if you press the Z key when you're placing the path, you get tighter controls. So if I press Z now, I can make it something like that. So it gives you a few more options with the pathing. So the woodeny bit, probably want that to come out here. And do we want it to be kind of like a square, maybe? Or at least some sort of middly bit. Terrible with my words today, aren't I? A middly bit. Oh, there's Waterslide as well. Yeah, so I said before, so I downloaded from the toolkit, the Theme Maker's Toolkit, I downloaded these slide pieces by somebody called Ollie414. Now, they're excellent pieces and they look great, but they're an absolute nightmare to pull together. So I've got one bit there, and if you try and pull that out, it doesn't match up. So you're having to fiddle with, like, moving it around to get it to match up, and I just rage quit in the end. I was like, nope, can't use it, it's too difficult. So for the Waterslide, I've downloaded the modular pieces that somebody called Silvarit has put together about 1.5 years ago, and that worked much better. That took about half an hour, 40 minutes to pull together, rather than the 10 hours I wasted on the modular pieces. Yeah, so you got a nice water slide, you can have a nice sit down, and you get to go in the lake. So yeah, it's all coming together quite nicely. It's just taken a long time and a lot of planning where versions of this I put together, I ended up just deleting it and starting again, and I did that maybe 20 times. So it's taken a long time to get to this point. Right, path here. So let me go to pathing, and I want Swan Lake. Well, actually, okay, so you're gonna say Swan Lake. Look what I downloaded from the toolkit. Have a swan. We actually have a real life swan. How cute is that? It's absolutely adorable. Maybe I should put one in. Right, up you go. You can sit on the lake and watch over everyone. You can be Judgy Swan. Right, so let's see him in action. Look, he moves and everything. Oh, where are you going? Oh. A swan. Levitating swan. Oh, hi Zekin! Welcome to stream. Zekin, I have downloaded some of your items from the Theme Maker's Toolkit. So, we have your lovely surfboards that will go in, and we have your, oh, where is he? The little, the toucan. So I have your toucan as well, and these are amazing. I can't believe that people are so talented with the workshop. So let's put this little guy up now, actually, and see how he looks. Ooh. Right, we'll place him first, and then we'll move him. I am just amazed at some of the creations that people come up with in the workshop. Right, you can just sit on there. Oh, thanks. Yeah, so I don't know if Vika is around, but if you can add a link to Zekin's channel, because you've got some fantastic stuff on there. So yeah, it's great just having to be able to merge some of these things into the game. But is it plastic? No, I don't even know where he's gone. Oh, he's back. Right, he's hiding up here now. I may have to put him in the water because he's just sliding around. Oh, he's gone again. There we go. Secret duck. There we go. Thanks for that, Vicar. He's got very, very judgmental eyes there. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to put him in the water because he's oh no, can't click him now. He's just sliding about everywhere. I thought he was gonna be static on the thing. Oh, he's gone. There he is. Don't want the rock. Can we select you? Otherwise we've got a sliding. Like the duck. Oh, never mind. We'll just leave him to be levitating for now. Is Vika being silent today? I don't know. Maybe he didn't mean to be. Vika is playing with Alfred. Hi, Sociopath. Welcome to stream.
No,
but also morning.
I'm still around. It's just that on these Planet Coaster streams, there's not. I can't add very much because I don't.
You can laugh at the swan, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. I just don't know how to, unless I control Z and there we go. Right, he's gone now. We'll put him back. So, scenery. No, it'll be in toolkit items. Toolkit items. And have a look at. Now try and place him somewhere where he's not going to merge with the scenery. Might be a bit difficult round here. Maybe we put him over here. Right, let's leave him floating around there. So yeah, so the toolkits, they look good, but they're not exactly ideal sometimes where they will just disappear. But some people have done a really great job. At least we've got something in here now. You imagine that you're going for a swim and there's just this swan. Poltergeist swan, indeed. Right, I will finish the entrance. I will finish the entrance today, if that's all I do. Okay, so pathing. Now, I was going to do a courtyard. Yeah, so we need to have... I think you need to put the piece in first. And then you go to grid. So select grid. There we go. Now, I'm not great with the pathing tool. Famous last words. So what I'd like to do... Oh, that doesn't want to work. Right, okay, leave you like that. It's fine. Actually, we can just pull it over. No, it won't do over there, but we can do that one there. I'm hoping there's a way to... If I delete that. Now, I think if I go to path and take grid off. So, let me try setting it. No, Z doesn't work. I was hoping to round those corners off a little bit, but I've no idea what I'm doing with the path. And actually, I think what you do is you delete it, then move it around. Yeah. Because we did something similar with this, I think, with the... Unless I do rounded edges. That says rounded there. Oh well, we'll... Right, select grid. Oh, there we go, rounded edges, that's what I wanted. Drain to something or other. Get rid of you and just round off there. Oops, I want to do that. Select grid. That's better. It can be funny shape, but shape nonetheless. Right, and this path needs to come down to meet this bit here. Oh, just noticed that's a different kind of wood. Does it really matter? It's fine. Looks better anyway. Yeah, so I've connected up the ride here. I need to make a ride station.
It matters a little bit.
It matters to you more like. And we have the monorail station here, and I'm not sure how. I'm going to have to do a bridge over, so that's going to be fun trying to get that to squeeze in here. I may have to move this out, which is another headache, because deleting the station just does weird things in the game. And I created this whole area here, which goes underneath the ride, which I need to put in some foliage as well. And we'll get to that later, because I know you all love my gardening simulator. I'm kind of really tempted to buy that house flipper game now that they've got garden simulator stuff in it. My favourite piece, the haunted wooden beam. I use this for everything. Best piece in the game. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I think it is thick enough. Tolocram says, do it. Right. For your
need a new obsession.
I've already got too many obsessions. That's the problem. I bought Surviving Mars last week when it was on offer. It was like 66% off, so I couldn't help myself. And then I proceeded to spend like 30 hours in the game, which is not good. And I still want to restart it and figure out what I'm doing. That will play. Just a little bit. House flipper and garden was made for you. Indeed. Now that is really wonky. That's not going to keep the building up. Right. For some reason, the wooden beams never go in straight. They're always a bit wonky. Swan's getting ready for those garden awards. In hindsight, it's probably the awards that you get in House Flipper is probably the same as the scenery in Planet Coaster. You just have to put a heap of them down and it works. So it doesn't matter how pretty it is, it's just how many pieces you use, I suspect. There we go, that looks good. So we've got a bit of this coming together now. And you back that way and around. I need to keep an eye on time today as well, because obviously we want to finish before 6 for the Conan thing that's happening. And to take you around that way. I'd be tempted to stream that on Twitch as well. The what's it called? The Purge.
The Purge.
Because I think we're all going to die a lot. But I'm not sure whether it'll handle the lag. There we go. That way. This is just a nice, pleasant game. Shakira's Mansion. Yes, MSGN, if you're around, it's 6 p.m. GMT.
I think it's GMT. Well, actually, it would be GMTs.
Right, does that look even enough to everyone? So we need another one of these either side of these bits. Have the path show a little bit. Sion. I hope I pronounced that rightly, or is it Sion or Sion or Sion? You can build water parks in this game. Well, technically you can't because there's no water parks in the game, but you can creatively use the pieces and mold the water and the water rides to have what looks like a water park. So here we have where I've started. We've got like the main swimming area. We've got well, I would say lazy river, but it looks quite a rapids river, doesn't it? It's going at first speed. And we have the water slides, and at the back here we have a water ride. So you've got the little boat ride at the back, and it kind of looks like a water park. I think Frontier have always wanted to add water park features, but the mechanics of the engine just can't handle it, so they've had to say that it won't happen. But we do what we can creatively to try and make these things in game. Okay, let's get round to the start. And let us move that round here. We're poking out a little bit there. And do the same here. Now these paths are the same width, so when we put in the ticket office, they should match up. We'll do ones the other side as well. MSGN says, all I know about the purge is when Stegs let all the animals into the base while Colonel was AFK. Yeah, that'll happen. What happens when you leave someone that doesn't know what they're doing in the game? And move that one that way. Morris, welcome to stream. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's turn that one around that way. We'll add another ones over here. So hopefully this is kind of the place that you'd want to visit. Marshmallow Rainbow, welcome to stream. You can't wait for the next DLC. That's the Ghostbusters DLC. Yeah, I love making dark rides. I've only got one dark ride in this park here, which is the Volcano Mountain, but normally I spend a lot of my time making dark rides. But this one's epic because you come out the top and the was it just going? Oh no, it was just going in. So you go around the top of the giant I won't say the name because it's rude. But once you get to the top, the explosions happen, and then you end up in the volcano itself. If we can get the camera to work, we can have a look down there. So have a little look-see in there. So yeah, you end up in the flames, which I thought was pretty cool. Thank you. This is my tropical park, and it's coming together. We've got the main like rapids ride was one of the first things built. We've got a little kiddies area here. We called it kiddie jail because we ended up using these wall pieces that kind of look like a jail cell. So all the kiddies get to play in here, but they can't escape. So there's that. The Neon Plaza Raceway, which it looked good at night actually, so let's turn it to set that to PM for just a second. Have a look. Ooh, pretty. I would put this on the workshop, but it involves a lot of underground pieces, so if you hide under here, go on, down you go. Yeah, so under here it wouldn't translate well in the workshop because this would all be hidden underground, and you'd have to dig it out if you needed to. Oh, we've got a little bit of clipping there. I'll have to sort that out. Mother says, what do you think of my idea for the pack? What was that again? Apologies, I must have missed that. Let's turn that to AM. Let me have a quick look back in the text. Oh, you're using the pack for a kids area. That sounds really cool. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, chat's moving along pretty quick today, so it's difficult to keep up with it. And so this is my.
I also just realised that I was on top chat, not live chat, because I was like, I'm missing half the messages here.
But I love this. This is my hotel that took forever to build. But again, this is what I thought, oh, I could build a water park because we have this nice little... I would totally stay here and would be having margaritas at this little bar all day if I could. So yeah, we have the hotel area. Yeah, so it is coming together pretty well. Let's get that speeding up a little bit. And what do you... yeah, because there used to be a kids' TV show for Ghostbusters. See,
the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, so I'm showing my age here a little bit, but I remember the films Ghostbusters. I mean, I was a kid when they came out, but yeah, that was in the 80s. Yeah, I wish you could choose which chat option was your default. I've honestly never seen there's different options.
Yeah, if you join a YouTube live stream, it defaults you to top chat.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which it only ran. I don't know how it decides what top is, but it will only show kind of half of the messages. So you'll sometimes not see messages and like hear them referred and be like, "Oh, what's everyone talking about?"
Okay.
Where you switch to live and you see every message.
Right. Yeah, so Morris says that's what influenced my decision to make a kids area. Yeah, sometimes I'll do that. So when I didn't have the Haunted Spooky DLC pack, I was building an underground ride and it had like a lake in it and a load of fencing. And when I was looking at the fencing pieces, I was like, oh, there's nothing here that fits. And I noticed in the Spooky DLC there was a fence that would work. So I spent money on the entire pack for one fence. And when I put it in, it didn't even work. But I'm so glad I bought Spooky DLC because there's so many people. Like these haunted beams I use in pretty much every build I make. They work so well. Right, so do I need to bring this out a little bit? Possibly. So if I press Z, you get a nice smooth path. And I can't believe it's taken me 2 years to figure that out. Maybe it's something we should tell Stegs. There we go. So that looks a little bit better. Oh yeah, so you're going to get it for the scenario in the new Dark Ride. Yes, so they're going to have an already pre-built Ghostbusters ride, which should be pretty cool. It'd be interesting to see how they deal with it, because we all know that the lighting for dark in Planet Coaster isn't that great. You have to use the display sequencer to change the lighting, which I've done on some of my builds, and it makes it like pitch black and things. So I'm wondering if they're going to integrate any of that and show people how it works.
Possibly either that or the ride itself will already maybe come with that pre-installed to trigger.
So he said, but I said, why don't I make an area that uses the pack? That's a really good idea, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it coming out. Any new scenery in a Planet Coaster DLC, I'm all on. Absolutely love building creatively in this game. I suck at building. I love the idea of an interactive dark ride. Yeah, so I suck at building coasters in this game. I will put my hands up, and it doesn't matter how many tutorials I look at or how many hours I spend in game. The extent of my coasters in Planet Coaster ends up looking like this one. So it's just a basic loop. Going a bit fast there. Basic loop, comes back down and back into the station, and that is how I build coasters in Planet Coaster. So this one was made for me by a friend, Pixelator. Hopefully it'll be along later, because I did say I'd include the description for this, because he is on Twitch and made this for me on his Twitch stream, because I suck at coasters, so he made one for me, and it works pretty well. We will be decorating that. Probably won't get to it today now because it's taking forever to just build the entrance. I always forget how long it takes to build things in Planet Coaster. Right, so I need some sort of wooden piece here. Let me have a look for the wooden wall pieces and see if one of those fits. So if I do, I'll do wood. Oh yes, so let's elaborate on Dark Ride and fully flesh out a kids area with the anchor ride being the Ghostbusters Dark Ride. I can't wait to see that. Do you upload? Apologies if you do and I don't recognise the name, but if you upload, let us know and we'll take a look, because that sounds like a really cool idea. Hey. Ooh, natural wood batten. Well, that's it. Yeah, that looks good. That'll work. It's probably the right height as well. I think we're going to have to get the School of Scaling just to make sure.
Get Robin Hood out.
Oh, you design coaster layouts mostly? Well, that is exactly the opposite of me, because I just can't. I am terrible with coasters, so I spend most of my time just playing with the scenery. And the gardening. I love the gardening. But your layouts are good. Well, if you upload to the workshop, then I suppose we can take a look on there and see if you've got anything on the workshop that works. Okay, so what was I looking for here? Oh yeah, the archer. Oh no, see, look, that's way too high. Everything's way too high there, because no way you're going to get a window. That bit. See, that's why the School of Scaling is so important, because from a distance that looks fine, and then you look at it down here and it's definitely not fine. So let's move that out of the way. Oh, you have a coaster showcase park. Well, I'll take a look at that later. I've only recently started uploading stuff to the workshop myself. I mean, I've been playing this game since it first came out, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just start uploading some things? Now, I don't need to select you. You go away. So this is going to need to move way down. Of course, it's moved him as well. So let's... that's quite, because he's at a building with art and split from scenery. Oh yeah, because I also use the terrain a lot in my designs. Yeah, so I did used to use the terrain a lot, and then when I started uploading stuff to the workshop, because they don't allow you to have the terrain in there, I've kind of like moved away from that. But you're unique in that way. Yeah, so it's just easy. Like when people have stuff on the workshop, it tends to be that not having to fiddle with the terrain is easier to place. So I've just started moving away and started trying to develop things without adjusting the terrain or using the other pieces to have the terrain. So like this ride here uses the terrain a lot for its placement, and the same with the go-kart track. I've used like underground terrain to get that to work. But on this one, well, I have used terrain a little bit here, but some of the ones I've uploaded haven't. Oh, say your parks have terrain when you start like hills or mountains, right? Okay. Okay, so probably a little bit low on here now, so move you up a bit. So that's about right height. I use that to your advantage. Well, I suppose it is unique, yeah, so that's always a good thing. That'll work. Oh, look, we've got the rubbish collectors are coming round already. Move you out the way for now. How did I come up with the name? The name Plastic Swans. Basically, I started my like online gaming account in 2014, and I started with an Xbox Live account when I used to play a lot of GTA online, and every name that I was choosing was already taken. And it took me about half an hour going through multiple names, and all of them were already taken. And I have a bunch of plastic swans in the garden. Like literally, I do have a load of plastic swans in my garden. So I was like, screw it, I love the swans. Let's try plastic swans, and it worked as a name, so I stuck with it. Almost like a real theme park. So say I design a coaster for you. If you want to, then I'm happy for people to design coasters for me, because, like I say, I suck at coaster design. I move that back. Mind you, it doesn't really matter because you're not going. I suppose you are going to see some of the inside, and we'll copy that piece. Hopefully, this isn't going to be too wide. It may be too wide for it. Get it? Back. Oh no, just about fits. Okay. I do a look at your park and come up with the best design for the terrain. I mean, this park is almost complete now. We've kind of filled in, or we've got a little bit over here, and we have a little bit over here. Over here, I was gonna change this all into a beach and put some of the static rides and have it like kind of a beachy feel to it. Let's say I am designing new parks and new rides every couple of weeks. And you're sticking out a little bit now, so let's move that back. I'm really good at wooden coasters. Thinking about the name, yeah. Yeah, so it's really random, to be honest. But everybody always says, "Oh, why have you got the same name as Plastic Vic?" And I went, "It wasn't on purpose. It just happened that way." Right. Move over there. But pretty much, I don't play Xbox anymore. I tend to just stick to PC games now. Maybe that piece needs to move out a little bit, and that's why it's not fitting. You move there. You look like you need a wooden coaster. Probably do. Yeah, there's no wooden coaster. I mean, to be honest, we've only got like 2 coasters in this. Oh, well, I say 3 because the kiddie coaster probably does count as a coaster, I guess. In this park, anyway. That way. That works. I should be able to just copy that one and move it back. Now, a good thing here is we could have like little so I'll grab some of these water rings and things. So I know I can. Oh look, the swan's back. Kind of static at the moment. Not sure what he's doing. He's like, where are the other swans? Morris, I'll take a look at your wooden coasters. Okay. So look at items. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Wrong button. Right, here we go. So I'm thinking we could have like a line of these set up, so move it upside down. Kind of like they do, you know, they have it where you can buy it at the gate. And as I say, I've downloaded Zekin's surfboards as well. That are awesome. So need to put some of those in as well. Yep, Frontier Town. I'll take a look at that for you. No problem. As I say, I hold my hand up and say I'm useless at building coasters, so I always look to feature other coasters in my park because I can't build them myself. Ooh, breaks records. Awesome. And, right, do we have any signs in the game?
Telegraph says the archer's going to hole in that floaty.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, he's just got a stick up his ass as well. Like, yeah, we don't even care. Yeah, that's definitely moving around in the ass. Right, I think we need some sort of nice board at the back there. So that will scenery. Oh, it beats the Beast at Kings Island for the longest wood coaster and the tallest at 205 feet. That sounds awesome. We'll definitely take a look at it for you. Okay, display, no. Want posters. Don't have much in the way of posters there. Right in this. old poster. Don't really want wanted poster. I suppose we have the gulpy poster. Might work. Be nice to have a beachy one. I've been using Captain Lockjaw blooming everywhere. It's kind of the only one that fits in these sort of things. Let's move that back on there. How does that look at the back? Oh, it's fine. And we do have like a wooden fence we can use here. Okay. Oh. There we go, looking good. How are we on for time? It is 2 p.m. So it doesn't look exactly beachy yet, but we'll get there. Because I was thinking here we need some kind of wooden...
It's looking beach-ish.
So what have we got in the way of windows? So scenery. I know we've got some glass pieces. I want to put a glass piece in where you get you pay for your things. So glass. Or would you necessarily have that? I mean, I know there's some tills. Oh, cash registers in the Theme Maker's Toolkit. I should probably download and have like a cash register there. Now, let me take a look at the one over here, because I think I used a wooden board here. Yes, so I can steal that wooden board and use that. So, edit. Click from scenery. Take a copy of that one. And let's move that. Oop, stuck in the scenery. Some of the eye googling there. And Morris, thank you for the subscription. I'm glad it's entertaining enough. And along like that. Hopefully this isn't too thin. I mean, it's looking a little bit thin, isn't it? Maybe there's a better piece I could use here. I wish you can do a reaction to my design on screen. Well, I'll download it for the next time I stream, and we can look at it on stream. That's no problem. Okay. Let's get it all used together then. Merge scenery. And move it back. And we'll do the other one. We're not too far in. Now, are we okay with the colours here? Or we could make that a little bit of a different colour so that it's not all the same kind of brown. It'd make it a lighter colour. That's better.
Yeah, I suppose you'd get it sort of, if you're still going for the Caribbean piratey theme, it'd be a bit bleached, wouldn't it?
Just so it looks a bit different from what we've got around the other side. Okay, but I want to use again. Edit scenery. You nickname my Planet Coaster design for Morris Industries. That's great. Hang on, I need to split you from the original design. So split from scenery group. Let's. Oh no. Need to copy it first. Yeah, so hopefully this is looking like somewhere you'd actually want to swim. I wasn't too sure about using the concrete as the base, but I've been to places that use concrete as a base. And it feels a little bit weird on your feet, but I always think the wood is probably too slippy. Okay. A little bit off, but that's because the path is off, so it is gonna look a little bit off. Okay, so you can pronounce your name as Zikin or Zekin.
I think it's like Zekin or Zekin, either one.
Zekin or Zekin. So I looked at some of your videos and I thought you pronounced it as Zekin, so that's why I was saying Zekin, but if you prefer Zekin. maybe I got confused, and because I did watch some of your videos, and I was like, okay, so that's how you pronounce it. But I wasn't sure. So whichever way you prefer it is what I'll go with. Right, and let's stick you together. Edge scenery. Now just add. Should be able to just copy. Mind you, this side at the end would probably just be blocked off because there's nothing there. So what we can do is just block that off at the end there. Yeah, that works well. So you've got one open side and one not open side. It's a shame that we don't get any of the shops and facilities that have that massive box around them, because you could just have a shop in there as well. Actually, that might not be a bad idea to block this off at the end as well. So move it all up. I think that meat needs to move that way just a tad as well. Up. Oh, and we are protruding through the scenery just slightly there. I'm a perfectionist about those sort of things. Nothing worse than you've uploaded a video and you spot something and go, oh, it's clashing. So yeah, we could do with more. Might put a surfboard in there actually. One of your surfboards would look nice, resting against the side. So let's have you. Now I'm assuming the pointy bit's the top. I've never surfed in my life, but I'm assuming the pointy bit's the top bit. That way and stick it back. And that looks cool. That's a super cool piece there. So you're not sticking through the roof. You are sticking through the floor just a tad. So we'll move down that way. Yeah, what do you think of that piece, Vicar? Very well done, isn't it?
That is actually lovely. That surfboard is really nice.
It is very nice. Oh no, we're sticking through the roof just a tad. We'll move you just a bit forward. There we go. Nice. It kind of just adds to the atmosphere a little bit. Prefer to pronounce it as Viking. Okay, well, I will remember that and stick with Viking then. For flooring, what we get? Oh, I suppose I could just use this typical board round. So we've got these little boards around here. I will just copy that one. Yeah, remember we used to stick those columns in the ground to ground. Okay. Typical, it's too wide, it's just too small, so I'm gonna have to put another one in so it fits. Okay. Let's try and get this right down to the Oh, typo error. I love the upside down face that you use. Oh, and the ground comes. I'll have to go. There we go. That one. Merge that together. I think we are going to have to put that over tad as well. Now, if I hadn't curved the building ever so slightly, I'd be able to just copy this and paste it into the other side. But of course, I'm not that clever. Now, sticking out just a tad there. Move around. Okay. Now I am going to have to think of what I'm going to put in here to actually entice people into this part of the park, because this essentially is all scenery. There's this just massive gap of scenery, so I might try and squeeze in like a little ride or something, or maybe I can use some of those little arcade games. Madeline, welcome to stream. Oh, I just found this on my recommended. Wow. Well, I'm flattered. Basically, we are building a water park in Planet Coaster. So, yeah, I'm thrilled that it's showing up on people's recommendeds, but... Basically, at the moment, we're building an entrance for this water park that I've created in Planet Coaster. Okay, let us take this piece and do the other side. So we've got one middle piece and then two end pieces. So actually, the middle piece will be where the ticket office is, isn't it? Won't it be? Okay, and this. Yeah, so sometimes I stream on YouTube and sometimes I stream on Twitch. So I am still getting a handle on how to do it on YouTube. YouTube has a couple of nuances that you don't get in Twitch. Okay. Move down that way. Oh, so this one's a little shorter, so it all fits in nicely. I don't need to expand out. So it's a little bit shorter than the other side, but you wouldn't notice that really. So you'll do there, and we'll around that way. Okay. And copy this one over as well. And so how's everybody's Saturday going? Over here in the UK, we've got a lovely bank holiday again, so I get Monday off. I celebrated in style and visited a safari park yesterday, which was fun.
Discount Lion Safari.
Discount Lion Safari. We've got to see
lazy lions anyway.
Yeah, loads of well, there wasn't loads of lions. I was really surprised because the last time we went to a safari park, there was about 20 lions in the lion enclosure, and yesterday there was only about 4.
Just all the animals seem to be very sleepy. They were all having a lazy day.
I didn't see hardly any lions, and the ones that we did see were all fast asleep.
Oh, they claim he was doing research for
doing research for Planet Zoo. Yes, definitely. That's my excuse. What's yours? I told you to go.
I was going to say I just didn't want to be in work. Is that excuse enough?
I'm glad that we did see the tigers in the end, because they have this new, like, it's called a foot safari, where you you have the bit where you go around in the car, and then you have another bit where it's just basically a walk around bit of a tiny zoo.
It's just they added on a bit of small zoo to it, yeah.
Yeah, and it was saying, oh, the tiger trail, come and see your tigers. And then we were walking for about 20 minutes and there was still no tigers. And I'm like, this is BS. Where's the tigers?
Yeah. I'm starting to think we've been ripped off.
But we did eventually get round, and there was a few tigers that had managed to catch a pigeon. That was fun. Okay, and needed to delete some of that. A little bit too high. Now, is that the right size there, or do I need that piece to go back? Oh no, I can just move it along that way. Good. I love the way the janitors are so jolly in this. Not like in real life, eh?
Yeah, Frick says these guys actually love their jobs for some reason.
Yeah. When they hum the Planet Coaster tune.
The theme tune, yeah.
Pigeons have a whole new meaning for me after Ali's stream. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Creepy pigeons.
I don't. Anime games just don't do it for me.
It is very weird, but very funny. Vicar is a jolly janitor.
That's a lie, and you know it.
That's sticking out a bit. Can't have that. I like that it doesn't matter if these are a bit janky in the angles, because it's It's a roughly built wooden structure. It would be a bit janky, wouldn't it?
Yeah, not everything can look like perfectly made.
So
I think if you are going for a realistic look.
Yeah. So we have these two here. I need a different kind of poster here. So decoration, wall signs. Let's have a look what they got. Ooh, ooh, sunglasses sign. Look, how cool is that? Oh,
Take a second
awesome.
to. Oh, you need that on your Machina Classica one because they're very 50s sunglasses.
I have to move that one down a little bit, I think. Yeah, Emma Jen says me neither, but I did enjoy the madness of it all. Oh, it doesn't. You can't change the colour. You're stuck with
Why
pink.
would you want to?
Because you know you have one colour and another colour. Maybe I should use the other pack. Yeah, we'll use the other one then. Okay. Actually, it fits in a bit better as well. Yeah, so you've got your surfboard, and I really need to do more of these things, don't I? You would have way more than one of them. I know these are usually chock full of these things, aren't they? Really, I probably should put those lockers that we made last time in here as well.
Yeah, actually, yeah, because that makes much more sense, doesn't it? If, like the water park bit would definitely have lockers and probably changing rooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the changing rooms.
How much longer is the stream? As Telecram, probably about definitely before 6. So
yeah,
three and a half hours, maybe.
Maybe a bit sooner than that because it was a hectic start today with the messing up of the YouTubes.
A few more hours. MSJN, you forgot to like either.
Not liking my streams, that's an offence.
So I'm gonna go and punch Alfred.
Yeah,
it's all your fault.
Okay, so I know there is some options in the scenery under the what's it called? What was the thing called? Like, let's get rid of poster. More filters, content packs, studios. We've got some of these cool boxes and things we can use under studios. That might work. Coiled cable. Would they have coiled cable in here for some reason? Maybe. Yeah, we'll stick it in. Definitely these equipment boxes I think would... Well, they're the best we're going to get really for like making it look like it's a workable office. Let's stick it around this side actually. Hey, go in there. Leave Alfred alone. And what else we got? Equipment trolley. Go on its side. Maybe not the equipment trolley. Hazardous waste.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing you expect to do.
Ooh, sharks, small swim. Let's
to be fair though, if like I suppose you might have buckets of
seriously, that's a small
chlorine
swim
and stuff.
That's meant to be small swim.
Well, I mean, it's oh god, that is a bit.
We could move it down.
You could place paths in there and have staff just standing in there to give the illusion.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, actually, no. Do you know what I can do? I think on this one we've got the dude that looks a bit lost, don't we?
You're the one you had looking at the locker.
Yeah. So there is dudes in here that we can use to make it look like they're doing something. Pirate idol. That might work. Force them to dress up as pirates in the shop. Right, get in there. Yeah, I'm gonna serve you with a gun. Buy my stuff, or else.
Sounds legit.
Yeah. Alma, welcome to stream. Thanks for joining us. Okay, and yeah, I definitely need to get some sort of cash register that I think is available on the workshop. Oh, I think we have... Let me know if it gets noisy, because there's some people moving about outside, so just give me a shout if it does start bleeding through into stream. The problem streaming in the summer, because it's so warm, I have the window open and then everyone else is doing stuff at the weekend.
Ugh, everyone's being weird, doing stuff like gardening and outdoor things.
People are doing outdoor things, the weirdos.
Degenerates.
Gamertech, welcome to stream. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so this... Oh, it's raining, mate. Is that thunder? Maybe it's thundering. So natural wood batten. Let's get a natural batten out here. Building. That's one thing I've never done. A stream during a thunderstorm. So natural wood. It says it's finally beautiful weather here after a whole week. Well, we've had lovely weather this week and now it's raining. But I like when it rains because it gives me an excuse to be doing this.
Yeah. At least you can justify to yourself that, well, this is why I'm not outside doing actual chores.
Right, I'm going to need to squeeze this out a little bit. I'm going to lose a bit of the path sidewalk there, because otherwise it won't fit in. Gamertech says your park looks pretty good, thank you. I appreciate that. Everyone says my park looks great, and I look at it and go, it looks pretty average to me. But I mean, we're getting there. We're almost complete with this park now. So we have, well, now I've built this this little water park area. We've got the main ride sections. This bit I absolutely love. This is my my pirate section. So I have
Okay, Zeke said the Geekism made a cash register on the.
Oh, excellent! I will take a look, Zekin. Zykin. I always forget which one it is.
Just be consistent. Just pick one and be consistent. That's why
am I ever consistent? Yeah, this bit I absolutely love making.
MSJN got Naughty Cat.
Oh, what did he do?
Too many caps. Streamlabs was too trigger happy.
So yeah, I mean, I put that quite high, so you must have used an awful lot of caps, because I think I've set it to like 40 caps is the limit. You can try and test it if you want.
It just doesn't like him.
Yeah, so I love this little bit, especially with the so I made this traditional pub, which is a restaurant. So this is a restaurant inside there. If I can sneak in the wall. Yeah, so we've got a little... Oh, look at all the barrels I have to place. Basically, that's a path, and I had to place all these bins to stop people walking, like clipping through the wall when they get to the back. I absolutely love making this area. I had a lot of fun making the docks, and yeah, so this is available.
I love the animatronic mouse at the docks. That's
I love the mouse. How adorable!
Just
because it's like
mouse? You can imagine they just tell the health inspector that it's animatronic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's part of the scenery when it's really not.
Oh, you deleted mine because you pressed enter instead of backspace. I was going to say, I have set the limit for caps quite high because I know people like using caps occasionally. Yeah, so I really enjoyed making that bit. And we have the Shakira Raceway, which is...
Zikin, like I for igloo. So, is like we'll narrow this down.
Zikin. Right. I'll burn that into my memory.
Correct us. Tell us know if we're getting closer.
Zikin. Yeah, anyway, I won't do a full tour again, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate that people actually like what I'm building. Makes it all worth it. So, we need something else in here. Maybe put some posters on the other wall. What I should do is create my own like water posters and put them up. Maybe I'll do that off stream. Meet Alma. MSJ says, poor Zikin, been having his name said wrong for almost an hour now. More than that, I was saying it all wrong the last time I streamed as well. Barking.
Oh god, everyone's getting in and out.
Okay, so let's have a look at the wall. Don't need natural. Oh. We've got misc sign. Is there anything vaguely water related here? Like it. No. Oh, that's cute. Sushi what? Oh, it's way too big though.
Yeah. As long as Zikin understands that this is not deliberate ignorance, and we're not trying to be deliberately ignorant. This is pure.
Oh, of course, yeah.
This is pure genuine ignorance, and we don't want to be pronouncing people's names wrong.
Kickflip. Well, I wonder if there's a ride that's already.
Oh,
been
there you
done.
go, Zikin. Thank you.
Deacon.
2 E's. That's how I read that.
Vanity. Oh, hang on. We've got the whole. We can use this one again. We always use this one, but. Oh, he's too
This
big.
is built in ignorance.
This is built in it. Right.
Silence, Tillicrom.
Oh gosh, it's all starting. Silicon. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if you could get it to wear the sunglasses? Right, and let's steal the floor. So at least I've got something done today. Not much like, but got a bit done. Ooh, there's a little gap there. Can't have that. Look at that. You can see daylight. Not allowed. Of course, it's going to select the sunglasses forever now.
Sunglasses forever. Yeah, I think we finally got it, Zekin.
Yeah, we got it. Oh, you're
Okay,
sticking
that's
out.
it. That's confirmed. Lock that in.
I do like getting people's names right because I know how annoying it is when people don't. My old surname before I got married was a bit of a weird one, and people would always pronounce it wrong. And I always knew when I got phone.
Sound like idiots though, because I can't think how anyone would think it would be pronounced another way.
They would pronounce it "a" instead of "a." It was.
Yeah.
I always knew that it was a call centre calling me when they got the name wrong. It's like, yeah, probably call centre from overseas. Not much. If you think, I think you have to remember, if most of us tried this, we'd have a couple of colour blocks set up. Well, we all remember Steggs's. What was it? The oh, what's the one he made? The gingerbread.
Oh, the gingerbread monstrosity.
God bless his gingerbread monstrosity. Okay. There we go. Need to move that down. Use that in there. Alma says, "Oh, I just saw your YouTube channel." Well, you know, I hope you're enjoying it so far. I say I'm still very much a baby to all of this, and it's all pretty new to me. So we're just getting by. With an S sound. Okay, so I think I got this. Zekin. We will get there eventually. Don't worry. Have no fear. Move up that way. How are we looking on this then? Gonna have to put some nice, nifty sort of like beachy kind of signs in there as well. Watching you guys babble though was funny. Well, thanks for that. That's kind of what my streams are about. We just ramble and laugh a lot. But it's like one part serious build, one part just laugh at randomness. Like swans that are just floating away. The power lines fiasco, yeah, I remember that. Right, one wall to go and we've covered this bit of the building. Now this is going to be the ticket office, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be a nice appropriate window that looks like kind of tickety. Okay. I think I need to move this out a little bit so it's not clipping in the wall. Oh, but the wall's clipping in the wall. Down. And just this one out. Slightly bit more. There we go. Right, ticket offers. So, trying to think how they go. You would have like a sign here with the things on it, wouldn't you? So I think there's a pirate sign. Might have to check in here for the pirate signboard. So, it wouldn't be in the studios pack. I don't think it's any. So, let me try pirate first of all. The problem, we've got so much stuff, so many packs now that it's very difficult to remember where everything lives. And I've tried using the favourites feature and then I accidentally always press the favourites button on everything. So it ends up full anyway. It won't be in that one. It'll scenery theme, pirate. Or maybe it didn't come out with it. Maybe it's Western. Right, Western theme. Oh yes, I want this one anyway. This is cool. So this will be like, ooh, buy one get one free on your rubber floaties. What? What's funny about
Poltergeist
floaties?
swan.
Yeah, poltergeist swans. Well, do you know what? That might come in handy when we get the spooky, the Ghostbusters. We can have the poltergeist swan just like floating in midair somewhere. And look, he's not even moving his feet. Oh, disappeared now. Look, his feet are static. I feel like he needs to move down a little bit as well. But once you place him, I think he's stuck. That seems to be a feature of that one. Right, so you've got your boards there. And I want like the black board here. I know there's definitely one in the game, but coffin. That's a bit weird. Can't have a coffin at the water park. That is just too weird. Let's try. So no scenery theme. I'll try for blackboard. Oh, there we go. Black. It could just come up with board. Try board. TV screen. Ooh, subway entrance. No, don't get distracted. I'm like...
No. Stay on
so
track.
ancient board will do for... This will definitely do for the sign, I think. We'll have a couple of these. I'll place it over here for now. We'll have a couple of these across for the signs. But there is... Now, did I use it on the pub? Sometimes I'm easier just finding where... I remember where I've used them before, so I'm better off just going back to the buildings, finding them that way. Did I use it over here? No, I didn't. Oh, but that's a good sign. Yes, that's a good sign. We'll borrow that. Oh, stuck in the scenery again. You and distracted impossible. You know how it is. Oh, this is great. So I can have one here. Right, hang on. Just sit straight. So, what side do you normally have your entrance, and what side do your usually have your exit?
I don't know. I don't know whether they try to follow kind of like rules of the road where they are, so whether it's kind of like in on the left, out on the right.
But to be fair, this is like going to be mainly entrance anyway for both sides. So, oh, I can just put tickets on this. That would work, wouldn't it? Okay, so if I just put... That works. And copy that one. Random. Hey, Soz. Well, we got on with the engineering project and got straight through it last night. I wasn't distracted then, was I? It only took about 2 hours for Vicar to finally come and help.
I was doing other things.
Oh dear.
Excuse me, I was making everyone's armor. You'll run out naked now for next time, for all I care.
There we go. I like that. So, School of Scaling. Are they going to hit their head when they go past there? No! Yay. Unless you're super tall, then you'll get underneath there fine.
Then the answer is maybe.
The son says, so where's my armor then? Yes, Emma Jen, you helped a lot. It was much appreciated. Right, I'm going to find that damn blackboard.
Well, put in an order and I'll make it then.
So we need props. Not fences.
Mad props. Or
advertising. Let's get rid of boards and see if we can just find it this way, because I know it exists in the game. Watch me get distracted now by something that looks vaguely water-like. Unless it... Oh, maybe it's in building parts. That could be why I'm going wrong. Ooh. Swing signs. Told you I'd get distracted. Try and build
never. But that almost never happens.
So all kinds of wall signs. I know it exists and it looks really cool and it would definitely work well in there. Aha, so it's like the pirate sign, but it's not quite the pirate sign. I think it could... Aha, here we go. This is the one. Oh, it's too big! After all that, it's too big. Do we have a smaller one? We have a smaller one, but it's kind of... That's too small. Either too big or too small. Yeah, that's what Shakira said.
Frequently the case.
Maybe we could use this one, but it's kind of weird with the blackjack bit on it. Well, didn't someone say before we need blackjack and stuff in this? And things. I'll keep it clean for YouTube. I suppose if we have one that way and then we turn it around.
Blackjack and friendly ladies.
Well, blackjack and friendship. There we go. No, I don't like that. That's stupid. Blackjack and kids. That sounds worse, Soz, for some reason. Go down to the... One of these is going to work in here. Highest sushi. Pirate sign, projecting sign. I've never done a western scene, but that sounds like something that would be fun to do. And this one was too big. No. This is the right size.
Yeah, they've definitely got plenty of scenery and props for western, haven't they?
So what's the... only 6 likes. Well, 6 likes is better than no likes, Starla. Okay, what would be advertised normally on...
Yeah, click like if you like it. We're not gonna, you don't feel obliged to.
Oh gosh, yeah, don't click like if you don't like it. That's just to encourage you to click the dislike button. Custom text. Now, you're in a water park. Like, watch out for swans. Ah, it doesn't fit. I could do warning. There we go. Warning swans. I like that.
Beware the swan.
It wouldn't fit in. Okay, so this massive
Ghost
sign.
Swan.
Yeah, ghost swan. No. Oh, this is gonna fight me now. Come at me, bro. If I move that way, it would help. Oh, the viewer count wasn't working for me, so my earlier click didn't register. Were you watching before I was live? Because I did have a lot of problems with setting up today. So it could have been that may have been the problem. I was gonna call this something like Planet Splash or something. Just keep it nice and simple. Okay, so I've entered that. Oh, it's the wrong way around.
As I was watching Twitch, but someone decided to go YouTube.
I try and keep all of my Planet Coaster on YouTube. Everything else goes on Twitch. And I will be honest, I think I do prefer Twitch for live streaming. It's just so much easier. YouTube has all these rules and recommendations, and with them rolling out this YouTube beta, it makes everything so much more difficult at the moment. Well, it's difficult for me because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing half the time. We just like to keep you guessing. Yeah, well, I didn't have time to put a link on the Discord either anyway because of all the messing around.
As we started, so.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think we got a save there. Good thing is, I've got no dropped frames. I had to kick out all the people because I had 4,000 people in here before, and when I was testing it before, I was getting dropped frames like every 5 seconds. That was funny. Now this ground here. Are we just gonna... I might just paint the terrain a nice gravelly colour. Ooh, gravel, great for the kids.
Yeah. If you've not got friction burns on your face, if you really had a childhood. I mean, really.
I feel like this is not mad enough. Could we stick a shark in here?
Like a real one, just frame the children.
Tarko says, the beta doesn't work for me. I use the old interface, but I also prefer Twitch. Yeah, so I ended up moving on to the old interface to get it to work. Was that the last thing we tried? Oh no, it was the stream key had changed.
For some reason it changed the stream key, didn't it?
Yeah, so
I don't know whether or not there is a different stream key between.
Yeah, I agree. So once you get big enough to have a nice park, it's too much for most PCs. I find exactly the same with City Skylines. As soon as I get a city with more than 60k people, particularly trying to stream it, it's ridiculous. You can't do anything other than on the slowest play speed, and it still has a lot of glitching. It'd be nice if they released a new game for that and just optimised it. So, I'm looking for the shark. Shark.
Le Shark.
Le Shark. Here we go. So we've got some nice... Oh, this is something I downloaded as well. It's the view on the workshop. It keeps doing that to me. Right. Shark Entertainer. How cool is he? Let's put him right back in. Yeah, I downloaded it from the workshop. Aww. We shall call you Bubbles.
Oh, he's some strange mutant.
Yeah, he's adorable. Yeah, I like that one. And,
okay,
this is looking
next costume. What costume?
Okay, some of the other things I downloaded by a guy called Red Mist. These are meant for a snowy biome or a snowy setting, but they actually look like they'd fit in here as well. So snowboard rack.
Not to be confused with Red Mist clone, no.
No. Okay, so for drop frames, if you're in Windows 10, turn off game mode. Holoclan, this would be great if you didn't live like 3,000 miles away, because I would be just like, look at my PC and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Great at building things, I'm useless at setting up to showcase it.
Ah, well, the two sets of keys, one where you go live and one where you schedule. You must have been putting the schedule one in, which is why it kept going up saying this is a scheduled stream, not live.
Oh, okay.
So that might be it.
I
Silly
think
YouTube.
Well, yeah, I think it was doing that because it was defaulting to the what you call it, the creators, not the creators, the beta version of the live. I think that's the problem it was having. Okay. No, actually, these two, I think, would the flooring would come out a bit, wouldn't it, so that people could.
Hi, Evans, FunTube. Welcome to the stream.
Evans FunTube, that's a lovely name. Welcome to stream. Okay, let's. Yeah, I think that would move out a little bit like that. There we go. People have something to walk on. Of course, we need to add just a little bit more for that tiny bit at the end, but never mind. I see I'm late. Well, we've been going for about an hour 40, so we've still got a couple of hours left on stream. But we've made an entrance, so starting to look okay. And you go down that way. And I'm thinking of a always just on your time. So if we do, I think I've done, where have I done it before? Over in the hotel. I remember. But over in the hotel, we have this, this fencing. So I'm really great at remembering where I've done pieces before that I can just copy and redo. That always works really well. Saves me time. Right, so down we go here. And yeah, because I think there would be like a little fencing system around here. Right, you're going to have to squeeze into the path. Oh, nice park. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Everybody always says nice park, and I'm like, really?
Just take the compliment.
I know, I find it hard to take compliments. That way. This might have to move out a bit because it's gonna be too. Oh, it might work. One each. Your skills are incredible and you're convinced it's mediocre. It is mediocre. It's fine. I don't mind being mediocre. Being mediocre is better than being rubbish, isn't it? Oh no, it fits just about, I think. We might be okay. We might get away with it. Let's edit scenery group and split that one. Split that one away. Oh, that fits perfect. Worried it might not work. I agree so much, you are the best. You're making me all blush now. Don't need to copy you, but we'll copy all these across. Merge into scenery group. And we'll copy that to the other side. Oh, hang on, I need to turn that piece around, don't I? You need to edit scenery group. You'll have to turn the other way. Need a dude in a swan's costume. Wouldn't that be slightly scary? I mean, the Mr. Shark one's quite cute.
Just keeping a character just going around just breaking people's arms.
Now that one ends a little bit shorter there, but we'll deal with it. It's fine. Doesn't look really bad. Now, this bit here, This is a lot of landscape that's not really doing anything there. Do we want to make it beachy? Do we just want to have a board? I could make like an odd fence. So again, I'm going to steal a piece that took me forever to find before. These wooden logs. Let's steal one of those. It's a bit tall, but move it down. Now I can make like so people can't sneak in, because obviously this part of the park you're going to pay extra, aren't you, to get in here?
Oh yeah, you always get charged extra for the water park bits.
Like, so, as I say, yesterday we went to a safari park here in the UK. It's actually very close to where we live. And it wasn't cheap for the safari drive. And then they were charging extra for, like, the foot bit. They had, like, all these terrible little rides for kids that really wasn't great.
That makes sense though. That's always the way, isn't it? They know the kids are always going to want to ride the rides and buy the balloons and get all that, and they know parents are going to, either buy it for them or the kid's going to, cry and be a menace. So
yes,
they charge extra for it, and it's a way to get extra money, and it's the false economy of it. As I imagine that the child prices for the safari aren't huge compared to the adults.
Yeah.
So you think, it's actually cheap to take the kids there. If you got like one parent, take a couple of kids there, and then once you're there, it's like, but you have to pay for the rides, you have to pay for this, you have to pay for that, and then that's how they get you.
So Evans Fun Tube says you should make a river and a bridge. Well, we have got kind of. I tried to make a lazy river, but it's more like a rapid river. I mean, I wouldn't really want to go on that. Can you imagine being on the end there, like going in? It's like, is it safe? And they go, yeah, kind of.
Is it safe?
And I've used the so this one's floating at the moment because I've not finished it, but I did finish the other side. So, we're having a save there. So this side's done. So you've got a way into it and around, and it does have like the bridge. I haven't finished the bridge. That's a very unsafe bridge. It will have like fencing and stuff around there later on, but yeah. And this is going to be a waterfall when I eventually get to it as well. We're nearly done with the entrance, so I could do the waterfall next, to be honest. Oh, more like a water ride? Yeah, so I have to say I'm not great at building rides. So I have had a friend that's built me this this water ride for me that we've put in. Fencing is for old people. And we do have this one as well, which is our Rapids water ride, which does have a bit of a bridge on it. I do like I set up so you've got the pirates that like have their little scenery. Again, this looks like it could do with being fixed as well. We'll get to that eventually. Holocram's like, Holocram, you're not that old. You say you're old, but you're not that old. Right, so I should be able to merge all these and that'll speed up that process. So you're merged, and now you can copy it, and it'll just copy the whole thing. There you go. A bit easier. Okay. Tolly, you're only 57.
It's spring chicken.
That plant is going to have to move, isn't it? And imagine, like, you go, oh, I'm going to have a nice sit down on this bench, and then you're looking at a log wall. Well, we should have got there earlier and got a better piece. Interesting as well, we're going to have a bit of a gap here, so I could make like a little staff area. One of those hideous staff areas that doesn't have much going on in it. Actually, yeah, I'll leave a gap here. We'll put a door in. We'll have a staff area back there. That's gonna merge a little bit, so we need to edit that one and get rid of the things that are going through the wall. Oh, I know, I make that big hill that has a hole inside and a glass bridge. Oh, that's a good idea. Portal, picnic table, and a vending machine. And we do have glass pieces in this game, so that's a good idea to make something with a glass piece. And here we need a door. Find an appropriate wooden door. So, doors and windows, doors. Nope, that won't do. Got barn door, too big. There we go, that'll do. And we'll make a little path coming down for the staff to get to wherever they need to. It would be lovely if they had like a staff only sign. I bet you someone's made that for the workshop. I have to edit that blog. And in the hole, a scary waterfall. That's a good idea, yeah. That's done. Back. Try and get the line up. That's not leaving a gap, and I don't like it. That's better. Not leaving a gap on either side now. Nice, okay. Yeah, they would have their own little path. Is there a gravel one? Or the rustic gravel one? Because I suppose I can make it very small. So make a little tiny one here. Oh, it's still quite big. That's too big. Oh, that mark. I think if you do a cube path, you can get cube paths quite small. If they've got a... You only have concrete for that one, or cobblestone, or asphalt path. There we go. That looks a little better. Oh no, because you get the stupid woman at the front. Right, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Change the terrain. Yep, someone has. Let's nice down a bit. Probably still too big there. Give that a little bit. What's your smallest that you'll do? There we go. And we probably will end up, I suppose some picnic benches would be nice here. Or something. So let's move that terrain. And to be fair, this probably would just be soft sand, wouldn't it? It wouldn't bother with grass in like an area where that's going to get very wet. That would just be a nightmare to clean up. Get to use those beachy plants again. My favourite.
My favourite plants.
And then we get the nice fresh sand. We'll up the... Probably a little bit then for that. There we go. Move that down. We fill this bit in that's gone a bit AWOL. Right, and I already have those pre-made because obviously we've got the inbuilt game ones, but they'll only place on the path and you wouldn't see the scenery if you did that. But where's my restaurant? There we go. We've already got the pre-built one of these, so can just duplicate it. Move it over. Yay, lazy building. Where are we? Getting a bit lost there. There we go. So this is the place where the grandma sits while they're debating whether they're going to pay the price for admission or not. Do you really want to go swimming? I just suppose you'd have to bring your costumes with you, wouldn't you? Ilse DeBoer, welcome to stream. Is Planet Coaster going to be on the PS4? I doubt it very much because it uses the Cobra engine, and I think it just doesn't translate. The power needed to run Planet Coaster doesn't translate well over to console. I mean, they missed the trick a little bit really with it. And I'm wondering, I'm debating whether they're going to change it slightly for Planet Zoo to make it compatible with the consoles. So maybe for Planet Zoo, but Alma Paz, when is your birthday? Okay, that works well. And one more. Now is it? I'm thinking maybe some of the entertainment machines out here. No, don't need to do. That's wrong. I'm selecting that one instead of these bits. There we go. That for. And you know what we definitely need here? A couple of bins. Evans Fun Tube says make something scary. It doesn't really fit in with this park. We have done some scary stuff, and I probably will when the Ghostbusters DLC comes out. We'll do something scary then.
Are we gonna see a return of the snow thing?
Maybe. The snow thing was beautiful. Actually, it's in scenery, isn't it? Like a haunted house. I mean, we will get to that eventually. Probably not in today's stream, obviously, because today we're focusing on finishing this build. But it's on my list of things to do. So, path extras. Been going. Do we want... No, I don't want barrel bins. These rustic ones, probably sort of thing they'd have here. And, oh, there is like a little fence I can put in here for a cordoned off area. So, let me look at a fencing. Yes, a little pirate fence that we can sink into the ground and use that to kind of cordon off this bit. Gonna have plants in it, I guess. Yeah, I like that one. Hey. Lead you down that. So I'll move this one up a little. Got a bit more there. I can use two of them. So you know it's a water park and not much water doesn't make much sense. Well, we have got the main like pool in here, and you have to remember this is like going to be like a separate section of a overall theme park. So it's like a tagged on bit that they would put in after the facts and go, oh, we live in we're a tropical park. Let's like cash in on that and put some sort of water features in there. Oh, it's September 26th, so not far off then. Right. Try and get a little bit of shape into this so it's not boring shape. Yeah, so these sort of streams I do, they're very chill, just... You know, sit back, watch if you want. You don't have to watch if you don't want. And yeah, it can get a bit boring because all I'm doing is placing pieces. I try and make my videos a little more interesting, so it's more about the features of things when I've made them. The live stream's purely just to, well, I'll be playing the game anyway, so, you know, people are welcome to watch if they want. Yeah, June 26th, not far off then. How does that look for this bit here? I may change this. It's looking a bit wonky, isn't it? So, but change the terrain to the rock. Okay. Oop, that's a bit too big. Hey. So yeah, make that a little bit darker, and we'll start putting in some plantage there to make it a bit more summery. So scenery. MSGN says, once again, I've let my apartment get all dirty. Been playing too much Conan. Nature. Have a look at the trees. Get some nice palm trees in. One big palm tree and then a couple of little ones, I think. Don't want to go overboard on the palm trees. So banana. A banana palm. I like the banana palm. Banana. Cleaning it now. Little bit big. Make him fit. That looks okay. And we'll put a little of the ferns down because they work well. So I think they're in bushes. Jungle plants. Oof. Jungle plants way too big. Big. Yeah, Evan says, yay trees, finally trees.
Oh, wait until we get to the favourite red-tipped bushes.
I don't think I can fit them in here. This is only like a very small area, so... So I'll put a few of these and a couple of the jungle ones, just for a bit of variety. Of course, it's trying to align to surface, so let's turn that option off. Yeah. Excellent. Every park needs nature. Well, I call this, sometimes I call Planet Coaster my garden simulator, because I just spend hours doing gardening. Particularly, I love this little bit around here that I did with the wall. I thought that looks really super cute with the fencing. Actually, I could borrow that fencing to cordon off some of this little bit here. Let's borrow one of those. So people aren't walking all over here. And bye, Alma. It's been fun to chat to you, and thank you for joining stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, that's clipping with the staff area there, so we'll move that out a bit and move the other one. Just bear with me one moment. Right. That one along. These are encroaching a little bit quick. Further to the side there. I'm sure we need plants on the back wall. Do. what? The tiniest plant we've got is this one that I always use. Favourite bush. I think it'll work in here. Sneak it into the ground a little bit. Sink it into the ground, should say.
Oh, Theme Park Media has got another question.
Yep, go ahead. Right. Just copying these across. Right. Hopefully this doesn't look like it's too repetitive.
So, Theme Park Media asks, how did you zoom into the H track on your spinning coaster tutorial?
Oh, that's you do that on the Adobe Premiere package. If you have what I use to record my videos is Adobe Premiere, and there's options in that software that allow you to zoom in. So it's not an in-game thing. That's a post-editing thing that allows you to zoom. Hopefully that's not clipping through to the other side. Nope, not really. So I think we're good there. Right, so that's. I mean, it's looking okay. It's kind of budget. I'd say this this water park sort of setting. It's looking rather budgety, but yeah, I think that's okay.
But I think as you say, as
Okay,
a tacked on thing.
Right, I finally get to put in the window in here. We need a window that's for the plain window. Too big. I think there's like a wooden one with a. Yeah, that'll do. You'd have a window either side as your sort of office to get your tickets in. Now we've got a small wooden piece. We must have here. Let's try in the haunted. My good old haunted pieces again that I absolutely adore.
Spooky.
So that's the 2 meter one. Try it on the small. So the big one is gonna have to do. Turn it round. So it's a little tall, but it should be okay. Out just a little bit. Do on the other side. That needs up a bit. Yep, so that's where you go and buy your tickets. Obviously we don't have in-game tickets on this, but that's lets you through. I suppose we need some sort of barrier here as well then. That means that you've had to pay. Okay, let me see how to make this. I think there is, in the scenery, I think there's some railings that would work for that. Thinking of this one, but that's way too big. In the building pieces. Always check, if it's not in scenery, it must be in building. And they're not in that one. Maybe it's fencing. Painted western fence. A little bit too big there. I suppose we could drop it down if we need to. Western fence. Shorter one. Or we could just use the standard. That might work. We'll use the standard one and paint it silver, so it's kind of... Can we change that colour to a bit brighter? Maybe we should do it brown. Match everything else. Yeah, okay, we'll do it brown to match the rest. So move it around just a little. Right. And move that one that way. Right, so there's one that's one of its own, isn't there? Do. And we'll make that the same colour. I'll copy that one. Okay. Now, do you think, does this look okay, do you think? A sort of barriered area.
Yeah, that looks about right. What you'd expect.
I probably should look at some reference material for that. You know, a long time since I've been to somewhere that would have this sort of entrance way. Maybe that should be blocked off there, so we'll move that one over as well. Don't know, the universal definitely doesn't work anyway. Right, okay, there we go. Yeah, because probably at the end of the day, they would just open all this out anyway, and everyone would just be able to get by. I assume. Right, let's copy that for the other side then. Wow. Ugh. Hate it when the arrow keys just refuse to line up properly. Oh yeah, and this one's a little wider anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, but that sort of talk isn't really appropriate in this channel. So we keep things nice and light here, and generally everybody that shows up is very friendly. So there isn't anything like that going on, believe me. It's that one we need to copy right there. Okay, now one thing I haven't done, I haven't saved in a while, so that's probably a good idea, isn't it?
Save. Oh, definitely. As I say, I know you said there's been no crashes recently, but you don't want to be tempting fate.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so I was getting an awful lot of crashes in game a couple of months ago, up until the release of the Classic Rides DLC, and then suddenly the update after Classic Rides has fixed everything, and I haven't had one crash since that point. But yeah, literally it was crashing pretty much every hour. It was getting to the point where I was just saving so often because I was worried it was just going to crash on me. Okay. Back a little bit. Yeah, I think that works. Now, how are we going to decorate this side here? Just probably, maybe just some bushes on that side, or do we want more of these things? Or I suppose we could put in some of the machines or something, or we could have like a building selling ice creams or something, just to keep it.
You do need some shops in the area as well, don't you?
Yeah, shops are going to be pretty much over here, but I guess you would have something before you go in as well, because like some people might change their mind, decide that they're not going to bother with the price of tickets or something. So we'll copy the fence around and try something over that way. I'll just block this off at the wall. Yeah, so I hope that, you know, you can, with these, yeah, the quality of life update, exactly. Deakin. Hopefully I said that right. It's been a while since I've had to say it. I always try and remember. Zekin.
Zekin, I think we settled on.
You just have to keep reminding me I'm doing things right. Nice and hard wearing. Oh gosh, yeah, I do that all the time, and that's totally fine. But the people that lurk is absolutely fine for me. Because I do that all the time, and then you suddenly pay attention when something interesting happens. But, you know, this is Planet Coaster, nothing interesting ever happens, so it's nice to just have things on as a background. Exactly! Relaxing. Right, and I was gonna put the... Yeah, so the staff area. Does I need to move the bin, because the bin's right next to where the staff are going to be. Yes. That way a little bit. But it kind of gives you an idea of the time I put into these things, that when I'm not streaming myself, I'm just playing the game. And this is how long it takes to make this sort of high-level detailed scenery. Well, it does for me anyway. Imagine most of the Planet Coaster creators go through something similar. Maybe leave a gap there so they have entrance ways. That'll do. Okay, maybe one more over here. There we go. Okay. And just maybe some pot. Now, actually I said I was going to put some sort of building in there, didn't I? It's the one I can steal that I've already done. What did I do over here for this bit? I suppose I could steal that thing there. Quite like the ice cream sign I made there, that was custom made. Oh, and the hot dog one was custom made as well. It'd be nice to make, I've seen some people make like ice cream vans and things. Not quite up to that sort of caliber of builder yet for me. But we could just do one of the shack things. Actually, I did a shack over in this bit here. By the hotel, I remember. So, sort of this thing here maybe would work for... Let's give it a go and steal it. Okay, those ones. Oh no, because I want to save it as a blueprint. I can't save it all, but we get an idea. Oh, I like these logs as well. Let's steal a log and we can generally just figure out how to do the rest of it there.
It's log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
Seal that one there. Right. Tolicron says, fun as always, but I have to run. Good luck not dying in Conan later. Oh, we're going to die in Conan. Totally going to die. But thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure having you on stream.
Yeah, that's really this part of the Ren and Stimpy reference. Yep.
Really, what was that?
The log song. It's an advert for a toy that was just log.
How do you remember these things? That's what gets me.
Because that was a quintessential part of my childhood. Anyone who watched Ren and Stimpy remembers log.
I watched Ren and Stimpy, I think.
Clearly not hard enough. I can imagine your parents not liking you watching Ren and Stimpy.
I don't know.
It was far too weird and subversive.
Yeah, it was a bit weird and subversive. I can agree with that. Let's get some nice palm trees down. Relax with some nice soothing tree placement. You're amazing.
When in doubt, just place trees. New international log. Parlez vous francaise? None? Then you need international log.
Oh, do you know what I could do here? Some hammocks.
Oh, that'd be cool. Are there hammock models in the game, or are you just gonna...
No, we'll have to wing it.
Try and... Ooh, winging it.
Swinging it, as I should say.
Nickelodeon in the States until they finally realised that it might not be a kid's show. It was just about fantastic. A kid's show. Just right. About.
So, let me have a look on the... There is some rope. I can do this out of rope.
You can do it.
Rope. So we've got this one. Oh no, that's way too bouncy.
Bouncy.
That'll do. Right. Building with swans. They are made out of rope, aren't they?
Yeah, usually rope and usually fabric. So you'll usually get kind of a square or like rectangle of some sort of fabric or netting, and then that's attached by ropes to it between trees.
Now we don't really have fabric that would be bendy like this, so I'm gonna have to do rope.
Well, yeah, rope works just as well.
Ever so slightly. Now, if I combine these, then do copy, it should copy it and it will copy it in the right place. Oop, that way. Kinda looks okay. Always moving it the wrong way. Tell you to move there. Right, so that's the basic shape. And we'll take a look for How long is this one? Curved rope that way. Probably a little bit too curvy. They end up having to make this a little wider.
Yeah, it's looking... Yeah. Looking good though, but yeah, so the trees may have to be a bit further apart.
Yeah, and this rope's gonna have to... I'm gonna have to, like, try and get up the curve as well. Because there isn't any tiny fabric pieces in the game.
Hmm.
The only fabric we do have, let me have a look on here, is the one I used for the curtains. Because it's straight.
Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? Because it needs to bend.
Yeah, it needs to be bendy. Use anything else?
It's too long as well, I think.
Yeah, the fabric's too long, yeah. Okay, so that
No,
will...
I think ropes will work just as well.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot I can use the director chairs to have a bit of seating around here as well. Back this way. Oh, sorry about the screen, guys. Yeah, no, I think it's kind of showing the right thing that way. Unless I use an art shape. Not in blueprints. Art shapes. So, scenery. Art shapes. Not rope. What's the smallest piece? Yeah, extra small. Say it's small, but it ain't that small. Yes, I know that's what Shakira said.
I said nothing. I'm keeping it clean. We're on YouTube.
Nope, don't like it. Get rid of that bit. Do a quick search in case there's something in here, but I don't think we do have anything that will match.
The Hammock District.
Hammock District. Let's have a look. Hey, sweeties.
Sweeties.
So the rope didn't work. I should definitely be using these driftwood planks in places. Let's get those out here ready. Maybe the dynamite crate works. Hanging rope. Nah, it's not going to work. Hanging flag, nope.
Or is it an actual rope that hangs, or it's not like an actual hanging rope, is it? Like a noose.
No.
It's not gonna be very good for making hammocks.
Oh, snow thing.
Snow thing. Ugh.
What are you? Open grave. No, I won't be having that today. Oh, look, there's a paddle steamer. Oh my god, it's massive.
Oh, well, I mean, you'd expect it for a paddle steamer.
You could make that a restaurant.
Mm.
You'd totally
Actually,
have
yeah,
that as a restaurant, couldn't you?
That's a really good idea. Can you build onto it, I'm assuming?
I assume so. I mean, ideally it would be better if it was placed on the water like there, but the water's a bit... Oh, we could do it back here.
A dry docked panel steamer.
Oh, I'll have to think about that. It's a really good idea, but to figure somewhere where it fits. Maybe it fits under here. Is it going to clip with the ride? Nearly, not quite. You could totally do a restaurant in that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really good idea, because since they don't let you do like casinos, but a restaurant in there would work. Because you could imagine it, couldn't you? This sort of converted paddle steamer into a restaurant.
Yeah. Right, let's place it for now. See, sometimes me getting distracted isn't a bad thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's times when we actually ends up working out really well.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's leave that there. Oh yeah, and we have this big nautical archway. Oh, not there. Have that going over here. Maybe at the top. I'll have to build it up a little bit. Build the rocks up a little for that to work. Want to clip and thing. That might work. I need to that rock up a little. Ah. Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, I think the hammocks are going to have to be just as they are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get the idea of what they are.
Yeah, you do.
It's going to be difficult to get it to look exactly right, but I think it's better that
We do one more out.
Yeah, I think it's better that the idea's there and you can tell what you're going for.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it works in practice. We'll get like some sort of fabric there, or I could do a rope that went the other way. And that'd mean fiddling around with Blender. I don't know what I'm doing with Blender, so. But there is the rope piece that like looks like a stake in the ground, so I could use that to go wrap around the tree. If that works. That's probably a bit high for people to get on there, actually. Hang on.
Need a ladder. Ladder to get on the hammock.
How do I get up here? Yeah, no one's gonna sit on that, are they? Grab all the pieces, edge them. Just one. Let's move you down then. Maybe a little bit higher, because it always goes down a bit, doesn't it, when you sit on it? And that's about right. Get rid of these trees and then just merge all this together. Easier to place. So only 2 hammocks, but
Well, then again, there's probably not going to be hundreds, is there? They don't want to encourage everyone to sit around. You want them to be in buying things.
yeah, that's true. Right, we'll change the terrain here to the sand. Maybe we should make it stony, because that's just... There we go. And a bit of foliage at the back. So, nature and jungle plants. Might use some of those little palms back here. Maybe some just general. Hey.
Well, that looks alright. Yeah, because it kind of reminds me a little bit of Shellhar.
Yeah,
that little area they've got at the front with the hammocks, and it's the same. There's just kind of a bit of a sandy area with some trees. And
even the entrance looks a little bit like Shellhar. We need an iguana model. I wonder if Planet Zoo will do things like iguanas, like the little animals.
I don't know. Because, I mean, if it's supposed to be encompass a zoo, you would hope it would be kind of all aspects of it. So you'd think like a reptile house and things like that.
There we go. I quite like that. It's nice and simple and kind of gets the object across of what we were going for. Right, yeah, and then when you go through here is where you get your main. So, first of all, you'd want toilets, changing rooms, and somewhere to eat, I would say. This may be a good place for changing rooms. Now, do we... So, I could use this same wooden building, but that's kind of a bit lame to use the same building type. I might use that plaster type of building that I quite like.
The sort of adobe type.
Yeah, I think it's a lime plastering. So, notable. Find that. Straight wall, please. Wall pieces. Lime plaster, there we go. I think that's quite nice. It would be quite big as well, I think. That poor archer's still shooting away there. Got to get rid of him.
That's his job, is to just stand there all day.
You can go now. That clipping? Nope, not clipping with the scenery there, so that's good. And we are close to the wall there, but that's not a bad thing, I don't think. You probably have a staff entrance around here that they could get through there, I guess.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is generally going to be toilets and changing room, but obviously we don't have changing rooms in game, so...
No, but, you know, for the purposes of a toilet, you...
Where's our bathroom? Toilets. And it's changed the path automatically for me. Isn't that great?
Thanks, game. You're the best.
Now, it doesn't come with a custom wall there, so we have to make our own wooden one. Back to the haunted pieces. Hey.
Doo-loo-loo-loo.
Not haunch. Learn to spell. Oh, looking in the wrong one. Do the big 4 meter or 8 meter. It doesn't matter if it goes into the ground, so. Yeah. This one actually stood up straight for once. Evan, welcome to stream. If you don't enjoy it, you know you don't have to watch. There is that option. Okay, and we'll give the other side. That's a piece. Okay. Okay. A little off center. Well, I hope you're enjoying it, Evan. As I say, you know, we have a very chill stream here. Where, yeah, I know it's very boring. Watch someone just place a million pieces. People tend to just have it on in the background just so they can, you know, look if they want to. But it's very particular who enjoys it and who doesn't, and I understand that. So, just one of those things. If you don't enjoy it, just don't watch it. Thing. Oh, wait. No, I think the modern pieces up here would work. Let's put the roof in first and then see how we do with the pieces there. Roof. Non-haunted. Actually, I think the modern roof piece might work well here. Flat roofs. Now, I could actually move it out a little bit so there's a... it would help if I edited it with the building. We have a little overhang on the edge of the building. That might work. Up to you, dude, if you want to subscribe or not. Tom, welcome to stream. Love this game, I love it too. There we go, get them all lined up the right way. It's a shame that one doesn't line up the same way, so that's going to be the odd one out.
I can see it. Some says sadly just decreasing popularity. I can see it getting an uptick with Planet Zoo.
I mean, the sad thing is, it's like going on it's 3 years old now, is it? 2016 release?
2016, yeah.
Yeah, so it's, you know, going on 3 years old, and people do lose interest. Now, that is really bugging me, that one piece is the wrong way for the rest of them because of how it goes. Oh well, we'll have to live with it. I suppose I don't have to have that piece. You know, I'm going to have to get rid of it because it's screwing with my mind too much there. Yeah, it is a real shame that, you know, it's lost popularity these days. Well, some of us are still plugging away, still making the same parks.
Yeah, it's the same as any game. It's like you're always going to get a core audience who do stick with it and still love it, still keep creating,
Indeed.
even as it falls off in kind of mainstream popularity.
Let's look for all the wood pieces we have here that are the wood. Can do edge. I don't know if I want that today. Give me some the edging. It would help that I've selected the building. Edit build. Do we have a 1 meter wall? Yes, we do. I was going to say it was a bit big. I have the little roof area. And I might be lazy and use the same side, the same as the ticket entrance for the sign for the bathrooms. Would they have windows, or would they just have it as part of me thinks this bit they would just have it closed off. You wouldn't have a. Would they have a ventilation?
Well, for like it's for the yeah for the changing rooms. I think they would have at the most they'd have very small windows right at the top.
The ventilation.
Just for lighting, but for lighting and ventilation. But in terms of actual windows, I don't think that would be a good idea in a changing and bathroom facility.
Now, have I selected some sort of option because I feel like I've got less window options than I normally have?
You've got DLC items, more filters, name.
Have? Nearly all the windows we get. I'm sure there was other options.
Is it? Hey, Pixelator.
Hi, Pix. So.
You've had a showcase.
Okay, so Pixelator, who's just joined the stream, has helped me out with building this water park because I suck at building roller coasters. So Pix has kindly developed this water coaster for me, which uses, I think it's called Cascade, and it's like a pirate ship that runs around the river and up and around and back. It was a little bit big, so I've had to dig into the side of the volcano. But yes, thank you very much, Pixelator. We now have a lovely water ride in here, all thanks to your excellent roller coaster building skills. Which, as you can see, I've started to decorate around. I haven't quite got there yet. It's taken me a while to get through to that section. But yes, thank you very much for that. You've saved me a heap of trouble trying to get my own ride in there, and it looks awesome. Well, it will do when I've finished with it. But we've got a little bit of scenery setting in there with the playing ground.
Yeah, I've just thrown a link to Pixelator's Twitch channel there, where you could probably go and check out the VOD on how the coaster was made.
Yeah.
It's probably still up.
I would say so. It was less than 2 weeks ago, I think. Is there any windows in here that I'm missing? But window. No.
Mace window.
Smashed windows. No, we're not having smashed windows. Let me just search for windows.
Yeah, amongst all the goo stuff.
Oh, the goo stuff. Yeah, we love goo stuff here. Window. Here we go. We've got more options here. It was just weird. I thought there was a little tiny. They're big. Bavarian shutters. I suppose we could just put shutters in and make it look like. Well, do you know what? You say that, but Pixelator was here before when I was having all the trouble with.
Yes, he was very helpful trying to offer help and advice on the OBS issue.
And what? Now let's start that again. There you go. So it's not exactly a window, but it's the shutters like ventilation. I think that works. Okay, even. That side.
Yeah, that works actually. That looks like yeah, it's on ventilate grill.
Picks and advice, can't believe that. I think because he was sat watching the amount of times that my stream, my YouTube
kept
came
popping
up with,
as going live.
it's like stream commencing, and then 2 hours later, I actually managed to get it working. Only one on that side. This feels a little off balance. So you've got your male and female like sections there, and either I suppose actually because this might be female and family, and then you have the dude section there. Maybe. Probably a bit sexist. I think I saw 5 to 6 notifications. I think it ends up about 10 by the end. So apologies for that. Hopefully that wasn't too annoying for you.
But hopefully we've got it sorted out now.
Yeah.
So that next time it won't be anywhere near as
painful.
Yeah.
I think what I'll do next time is what I ended up doing was setting it as link only viewer rather than public, and eventually I got it figured out so it would work. No worries. Right. So there is your main bathroom there. I think I want the big shark thing here with something in it. Right, let's have a look at sharks. So, Mr. Shark. Okay, so we've got our cute creature. What's this? Shark Chomp. No, we don't want the animated one. We've got the big shark one. Oh my god, it's massive! Too big. It's gonna have the shark through here. Maybe do it over this way, because I was gonna do like a little kiddie sort of like water splash bit around here, so I suppose we could do that. Where the kids have to run through the shark first. Let's leave him here. Yeah, you go jump through the shark and then you have like a little watery.
Jump the shark.
Jump the shark. I prefer this music over the smooth jazz I usually play. Well, in order to get this yourself, all you need is a subscription to Epidemic.
A little kiddie water splash, giant deadly shark.
Hey, it works. So bathroom sign. Now the hanging sign, I'm not sure it's going to work. Let me look at the. I'll steal the sign from over here. That won't work. No, brown grill's not going to work. First, got to use the good old pirate sign again. This isn't really piratey, so no. I thought I would have had a sign there that would have helped, but I don't think I do. Oh, hang on, what's that one? No, that doesn't work. Me trying to cut corners and steal stuff from other parts of the build. There's already a kiddie prison, so this is no surprise. I guess that's true. So gonna have to look at signage again.
The prison is there to keep the little kids safe, not traumatize them.
It's for their safety, not for their, trauma, later trauma. Props and signs and advertising. Again, shark. Oh, I remember it was in blooming building, wasn't it? When we were... Signs. Not with window.
The levitating swan is for trauma. Don't say anything bad about Poltergeist Swan.
Yeah, Poltergeist Swan
Or
can't help it.
Or it'll visit you in your dreams.
Although it's rather disturbing that you can't delete it after you've placed it, so... That's pretty disturbing.
You probably need a priest. Or an exorcism.exe.
Yeah, you need an exorcist to get rid of it. Here we go, this is the one. Western sign. Hoping there was one that would be a out one like this. That's sufficiently Western. Actually, is there... Hang on, there's just one of these on their own, so I can make my own. Hang on. Of course it won't help the build. Once you get Ghost Swan, there's no escape. To the building, can't have that.
Evan Seward asking to give us a tour of the park, please.
Yeah, sure, can do. So this is my tropical park build, so I'll give you a quick... So this is the park in its entirety up to now. And so basically I started this about 18, probably more like 20 months ago now, when I first started playing the game properly. And I didn't really know what I was doing, so I just used this as a practice part to start building. So the entrance isn't that great at the moment. It's very much bland, boring. I was super proud of this when I first made it, but as I've got better at the game, it's a bit shaped like a cart. So you've got like your monorail station up there. You come in, you've got your facilities and the sort of like the fountain area, which took me forever to build. That takes you around to the Rocktopus ride, and this was the first roller coaster I built, which is terrible. I mean, the theming's okay, I guess. When you've got your... You can sneak in there. You've got like a nice little, I don't know, gardeny sort of like castle build. But the ride itself, it's like, you go around a corner, you jump around that way, and yeah, you're done. Then I carried on around this way with like the scary rock, the skull rock. Little bit of under the rocks area, and that takes you into the pirate ride. So sorry if the screen's moving a bit quickly. I know that's probably a bit painful for people, but
it's fine. Stream's holding up okay.
Yeah, so you've got the pirate boat ride, which is round the back of the first, like, real monorail station. This bit I'm super proud of because this is like the pirate amenities area. So once you come off the pirate ride, you sneak around under into Pirate Bay through the bridge. And I quite like the dock area. So this is the pirate docks with...
Thank you, Pix.
Thank you, Pix. That's simply amazing. So this little dude here is meant to be an animatronic, but I suspect it's real. And the staff just go, that's an animatronic. We haven't got an infestation of mice, honestly.
Part of the tour.
Yeah, it's part of the scenery. You say nothing bad about the coasters that work. This is the sort of pub that we put in the crow's nest. The little crow's nest was appropriate. And I had to make a custom roof for this because all the roofing that I was using was it was way too clean, and I thought for an old style pub you wouldn't have that sort of like nice clean roofing that Planet Coaster does. So I had to make this out of individual pieces of wooden brackets. So that was fun. This is so behind here is the monorail station. And it's like pirate themed monorail station with these, I don't know, guard tower with you. I mean, I know he's sticking out the scenery a little bit there, but you technically can't see that. And
you can't see it doesn't happen.
Yeah, so this is the one I did that was the children's area. So you get welcomed by Pirate Pete and Buccaneer Betty that we spell right now. So come inside. I love that the sign that I made here is pretty 80s looking. I think that's hilarious. Looks like something out of the 80s. And these are your pirate creatures with, I think they're called Polly the Parrot that we have up top. And it says, oh, the docks are cool. You need to make the entrance of the rides bigger because they are something that attracts the guests. Yeah, that's true. That there's one thing I really suck at as well is making sort of like a big setting out of the rides and having big signs. So I do need to work on that a little bit. Yeah, I came up with the children's area because of the whirly rig that we have. So, go around. So the whirly rig ride is kind of made for kids. So I thought, oh, we'll just make this into a whole thing. So maybe you have to pay extra to get in here and play in the... We've got a ballpark, a couple of seating and the swings. And the active... This is a little too big. I didn't use the School of Scaling like I should have done for this bit. But the little activity slide thing. And this was really fun to make, was the bouncy castle. I mean, it took me forever to make that, to get all the pieces to line up properly, but I like the fact that you've got the surly looking pirate manager just watching, like, wanna go on the bouncy castle.
He really doesn't want to be here today.
Yeah, I know the bucket and spade.
Yeah, me little buccaneers. I wish I wasn't.
Yeah.
Here.
So for the sand pit, the bucket and spade is way too big, but you know, yeah, it's fine. This is the food area, so the it's kind of hacienda-ish it came out as. I think that's okay. So you've got your dining restaurants and your little food court, and the first restaurant I built was the Mexican restaurant. So there is a working restaurant in here. If you sneak around the corner, that's where the restaurant building is. Like how it has some spilled sand as well. I can't remember if that's deliberate or it just happened. But I really love the bell pepper here and made that out of the what do you call it, the art shapes. Okay, so finally this sign is way too big, and it took way too long to build this blooming sign, so I'm not doing that again. There's the go-kart raceway, and so I did like a little model of the raceway outside, so you get an idea of what the track looks like, and I thought maybe that was a prototype they built when they were building the track and then just left outside as a, oh, look what we built. So Neon Plaza featuring plastic raceway. I think we're going to change that to Shakira Raceway, so let's do that now.
Shakira chicane.
Shakira Raceway. I'm not creative like this. All my build. Well, Pix, I've seen your parks, and they're not all Russian buildings.
They're not all Soviet nightmares.
Yeah, I mean, I like building this one because you've got like I like the wavy roof bit, and then you've got a balcony that would take you to the, what would you call it, like stadium stalls.
Yeah, the stands.
Yeah, to the stands, like the first aid station that nobody uses. They all just end up throwing up outside the station. And that goes through...
Did you even get any of it into the station? Nope, missed on purpose.
Well, I had to put another first aid station outside the cube so they stopped throwing up all over the place. And I say the Neon Raceway, which I think looks better at night. So let's have a quick look at night setting again. So this took a while to build, and I'm super proud with how it looks now. I think it looks really cool, and incorporated the cube into it because, I mean, look at it, it's so bright and neon. It just had to go in.
Yeah, Pix says after they climb out of the coaster, they can't they can't make it to the first aid anymore.
Well, seriously, I had to, and I haven't even decorated it yet. They would get off the cube, and there was like sick all over the road here, so I was like, fine, I'll build you a first aid station right next to it.
And then they don't even use it.
Yeah, but I really like the Neon Raceway with the so the classic GTA tunnel, which built by hand, and through the lasers, and the secret buried chest down in this pond area. So you've got a little buried treasure down there. I thought it was a cute idea. And under here is the dude. Is he still here? Yeah, there's a dude slacking off from his job.
Yeah, the low bitrate tunnel.
Oh yeah, no. MSN says they're supposed to vomit on the go-karters. I guess they could. Yeah, so the kind of little waterfally bit and like more beachy bit around there. Beaches. Oh, look at the. We've got to see the fireworks going off in the volcano build. I actually haven't been through here in a long time, so I'll take a sneak look through. I can't show you on ride because the frame rate just drops so badly. So here is just your average heated volcano tunnel. The ride takes you right up. Oh, that's a bit close. bit close for comfort. Down and right up over the... I forgot what this one's called. I think it's just a launch coaster. And then down into the other hole. And there we go. That's a bit hot down there. I never finished this one. And I thought it was cool to have like a little lava pool in the middle. And it comes round like a different side. So you come out, you go up, around, down. Then you sneak out, back round this way, back out. And as you go around this section, all of the, there's a load of flames go off around that bit. And I have some other animatronics. So, oh, there you go, the ball goes. And then the flames go, the flames get you. And I think there is just... Oh, there we go, yeah. So there's actually the lava, like, waterfall fountain down that bit. The neon area is basically how I experienced Tower Unite. Maybe that inspired me, I don't know. Alright, and then back out the tunnel and round to the start. Hey. Let's turn that to AM again. So, last but not least, this is the classy area. So it's even got its own gated community. Like, you've got a security office and you're not allowed in unless you've got the right ticket. Hi, completely average. Welcome to stream. So I made this like it's just like a shed, isn't it? But it's like a classy shed for the monorail station.
You're coming out of my classy shed.
Well, I wanted to set the tone that you go into an upmarket hotel, which is... This took forever to build, but I absolutely love how it looks. With the, what's it called, the elements or something, to have like the wood like feature in there with the... And you've got the nice little little fountains, and these are for the lower classrooms where you have to look out at the park. But round the back, these are like the more upper... garden view room. Ooh, fancy.
Completely average gives you a holy potato. You've really gotten this place to new heights.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I would totally spend all of my time right here. That's where I would be sitting for my entire time if I stayed in this hotel.
Get a pub tan in the under the swivel
bar.
So
I would. That's what happens when I go on holiday. I don't get a tan because I spend all my time at the bar drinking
under
margaritas.
a canopy.
Yeah. Or nursing a hangover up in one of these rooms.
That hot tub, though, yeah.
That hot tub?
I like the hot tub.
Oh, yeah. It is good, isn't it? I mean, the water goes a bit high, so, yeah, you might get a face full of chlorine water. Wouldn't be fun, but, yeah, so that is basically my park. And, yeah, it's come along a long way since I started it. But yeah, I hope you all like it and are enjoying what I'm doing. So back to the average looking water park. And after showing us all of this, one still says, I don't know, I think it is still average. I always aim to be better, to be the best that I can be.
You can always be better.
Well, I'd say that, but this is like the limit of my capability for Planet Coaster. It's not bad, but, you know. MSGN goes, pfft. Which is fine. So, that was it. So, I've done that outward looking thing. So I think I will just steal this one. Hopefully it fits. Please fit, please fit. Oh, no, it wants to go weird ways. Have to turn it this way. And I realise this is only going to show one side, isn't it? Oh God, will you just line up, please? There we go, finally. Average Gamer says, this is about as average as Disney World is to your average theme park. Can you place two signs into each other? Yes, I can indeed, and that's what I will be doing. I'm just lazy, and when the game makes me do two things rather than one,
Stop making me do things.
I know, you're making me work for it. Right, so what are we calling this? It's not called changing rooms, is it? What do they call them in like American parks?
I always thought it was that they were yeah, I just thought they were just called changing rooms or dressing rooms. But
should I just call it facilities or something? Because that'll fit, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay. See if anyone in chat knows what the sort of changing rooms, restrooms.
Changing rooms is that's how I've always known it.
Would help if I didn't have my caps lock on. Changes. Right. So I need to copy this and then turn on go away lighting. What time are we on anyway? It is...
It's 4:10.
Right, okay, so we're probably going to have to end off soonish because we've been on for 3 hours. Well, we lost 2 hours because of the blooming...
Yeah, been live for a couple of hours, but...
So there we go. Yeah, that looks okay, doesn't it? So you've got it on both sides. Changing rooms. But also it's going to be the toilet as well. So I suppose I could just use the average toilet sign that we have. And I put this in over in the... I can steal it from here because I have the same toilets over here. I do love the peg leg. But I love the fact you're saying, oh, only females can be mermaids. You don't get mermans in this. Edit building. Duplicate. And split from building. Are you running off soon too? Well, thank you for stopping by, and thank you so much for the coaster that you built me. It's really been super helpful. And it makes a really good backdrop there. Look at that. That's an amazing backdrop there with your coaster in the background. Okay, so yeah, you can just put that side there so it shows you that it's changing rooms and toilets at the same time. I mean, we may have to do a couple of toilets dotted around because you're not going to walk all the way back to the entrance from... like over here, are you? So I'll probably have to do like a couple of toilets and maybe a shop. Just jutting out the water a little bit. Joe, if I thought on before building this sort of like curvy thing, I could have placed the restaurant in the middle, couldn't I? Could have had this as the centerpiece, like down here. Let's turn off that. Maybe I'll do that anyway. Play around with things, but you could have had... I mean, it just about fits in. Maybe.
Maybe.
Obviously, gonna have to move the rocks, and gonna have to move the... I mean, is that a good idea to have the water slides poking out of the...
I mean... You could, because you can't see inside them, you could have it say that the tunnels are going through the thing.
Sauce says it doesn't really look nice. Too big. Yeah, it kind of dominates, doesn't it? Obviously, I'd have to readjust this whole area to get that to work. That's something I might think about because it does make a nice centerpiece, but everything's going to have to move back.
It would need to be in large water, I think. It would have to be in kind of a large enough piece of water, or lake or river, so as to be appropriate to the size.
What I'd have to do is like put this, so this would end up being maybe like there, and all this would move back slightly. I don't know, I just kind of think that if you're going to put a restaurant in, a restaurant would be central rather than stuck over to the side. Yes, that was my original plan, Soz, was going to be to put a waterfall in there. That's what's meant to be up there is waterfalls. Which we never got to this stream. I love that my projections for streams, I'm like, right, okay, I'll stream this and get it finished today, and then I don't get it finished. It's hilarious.
No, but I will say though that it usually ends up giving you enough inspiration to know what you're gonna do, and then you go back and finish it afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can fill
To
in
be fair, a
this
lot of the stuff you end up doing on the stream ends up going back and sort of being reworked afterwards.
Not really. I mean, I tend to come up with new ideas in stream that get incorporated into the park.
But I mean, it kind of gets tidied up afterwards, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's a bit too lumpy. Out of it.
Excessive lumpitude.
Oh, that's too. I mean, he's just slacking off and cleaning the place where nobody's going. We will have to put something in here that encourages people to come into the park. So, terrain. That's sandy. And maybe a couple of rocks. I'm going to steal the tree from here. Straight through the fence. What's straight through the fence? Soz, you'll have to explain, sorry.
So Soz likes to be enigmatic. He just randomly say things.
He's on the fence, clearly.
He's on the offense.
On the offense. Steal some of those rocks.
But yeah, although the janitor, he just walks straight through the fence. I think.
Yeah, he will do. Yeah. He will do because it's.
I do like that. They ignore all.
It's because everything you put on a path, unless you put bins in the way, they walk through it. I'll show you because it's a funny example actually over in my pirate section. I think I showed it before. So, ooh, hurry up. Sometimes the pathing goes crazy. Right, so I made this sort of dock area and like a little sit down bit here. But inside here, I've had to place all these bins so to prevent people walking. To make sure people walk on the path and not clip through the wall. I just had to place a load of bins there. No, we haven't done. We haven't put the bees in the bins.
Oh no! Yeah, that was the point. That was the thing.
We said we were gonna do. We're gonna do the bees in the bin. Right. Okay. So, in scenery and special effects. So that will special effects. Misc. No smash glitter. Insect bees. There we go. Sneaky bees in the bin. Kind of go everywhere, not just in. God, the dive bombing. Bloody scary as well. Those bees are massive.
Oh God!
Oh God, there's bees everywhere.
Bees the size of golf balls.
They are. Look. Massive bees. Kag says, "Don't need the bins." Am I doing something wrong there? It's a little trick to keep people from walking where they shouldn't. That's how I've always known how to do it. But if there's another way, then feel free to share. So, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to defy the rules, and I'm not going to put benches by the bins. We're going to have to live without
Breaking the code.
Ooh, see, I quite like that. That's definitely going to be a kiddies area that I'm going to have to work on that off stream. So we're just going to finish this area and then we will pack up for the day because my voice is actually going now as well. And that's it. And I hope we can actually get the red bushes in here. Yay, red bush. Completely average gaming, no. Put the fence with the red cable across it underneath your scenery. That will keep people from walking across it. Oh, okay. Forest bush. No. Laurel bush again. Couple of these in.
Alright, see you later, Pix.
Catch you later, Pix. Thanks for stopping by. Right, and some like a little one. I also have to do some playing around with the some like water features around the park as well, because that's totally something you would have in a water park would be loads of little areas like you just walk across and it's got water splashing at you and things like that. You can also use the barrel planter to block people. Well, I mean, it's the same concept, isn't it? You put something in their way, hidden, that they have to walk around. That's a pathing item. It would be nice I would love the game to have a feature, or maybe in the next one, that you set up your own pathing. So kind of like a transport line, you would have to set up. You know, you'd have a pathway through that you set up, like points that people walk through or something. I think that would work well. Then you could really do what you wanted. Oh, my bad. Did you use too many caps or something? That's usually how it goes.
But the I think that would be good if there was some sort of way where you could specify what counts as like sort of like in Foundation, where you can mark some areas as being like don't enter, so that you can dictate where people can and can't go. I think that'd be nifty.
Yeah, that'd be good. Right, open area. We'll make this the last thing that we're making today, I think. So, walls. I want that lime plaster wall. I'll do like a set of stairs coming down here, so sorry for the people in the wheelchairs. Technically, I should make this all.
You guys.
Technically, I should make this all wheelchair accessible, shouldn't I? But again, this is meant to be a theme park in like a sort of Caribbean area, and I've been to the Caribbean, and they are definitely not wheelchair friendly.
Not ones for health and safety and wheelchair accessibility and the like.
Now, actually, I might make this one longer. Get rid of these ones. Turn around. Oh, that's built wrong. That's it. Go in one. And I'm gonna take these ones away and put a window. So you've kind of got a window next to the. Next to the main door. I love these big commercial windows. I wish it came in different colours. I can't remember if these. Oh, these ones do. Keep it all the same lovely brown. Yeah. Everything. Do the same roof as the one before. Right, and in here, I'll set up like a line of shops and other facilities, I guess. So, I don't know, what would you get? Let's have a look what shops what sort of shops would you have at the water park? So food shops would be Chief Beef and Burrito Bonanza. Cow main, no. Cosmic Cow. I suppose you would have ice cream, wouldn't you?
You would have ice cream, you'd have burgers, you'd have things like that. I think you'd have milkshakes.
Right, okay, so it's trying... I'm going to have to move this back because it's trying to set up the path in already. Hide it back here for now. I have to flatten that land a little bit there. Edit building. Oh, I read it as have to. Right. Shops and... Again, do an ice cream shop. Ice cream front and centre, maybe. Oh. Sushi. Hot dogs, that's definitely something you get in the theme park. And stop connecting with the path. I'm not ready for pathing yet. That's a weird ass connection with the path anyway. Look, come and set me in the... She's like covered in the ground, and then you have to get on your hands and knees to get whatever you need there. If I move that back, it'll take the connection away. You. That's. Get rid of you. It doesn't matter if it goes up on a bit of a ledge here. I'm gonna have like nice stairways coming down. Nope, don't connect up. So, ice cream, hot dog. Up some facility. Where's the water one? Probably have water, wouldn't it? Do you ever go to those like water places where they've got a lot of chlorine? The first thing you want to eat is like a cola or something to get the weird taste out of your mouth.
Yeah. Although I always find like something salty. You want like sort of like crisps or chips just to sort of.
oh god, that was it when because we've been to like a natural like bio river one, and the water is the water is so salty and gross. They just need like full fat cola or something to soak it up. Full P energy, there you go. You can have energy while you swim. And oh, I quite like these little vending machines, they're quite cute. And maybe a soda machine. Like 4 of them's probably enough, I'd say. Now I have to try and connect these up intelligently. Wish me luck. Hello, pathing tool. So I don't want any, don't want curb on brown spot. Curb on ground path. Sloped. I said I don't want curb on ground path. Wonder if I can change it afterwards. Nothing going funky. Obstructed? What are you obstructed with?
Day.
Now, we've definitely placed buildings right next to each other before, so...
Is it because you have to place them as a grid when you do that? You have to place them on like the path, like plaza grid.
I can try that, yeah, hang on. So, get rid of you.
I think that's how you've done it in the past.
Obstructed. That's so weird that it's not connecting up. Why aren't you connecting? Oh, very odd. Right, let's try that again. Don't we all love the pathing tool?
It's the best.
I don't select grid. If I do that from there. Also, I said I don't want... Oh, it's because it's not on the ground. Hang on. Right, move you out the way. I'm going to have to flatten this ground so it's... Stick you in there for now. Yes, I know you're obstructed. Oh, I'm obstructed. I don't like being there. Right, move you all the way over here. Right, sit there for now. Path fighting tool. And we'll flatten this terrain. So that one. Just ignore the fact that you can see inside the volcano for now. Oh, it's kind of giving it a little dip there. I don't want that. Oh, that's better. There. Do you reckon because the shops are right there, the people working in those shops are like complaining to their trade union going, it's really hot. Back into place. I'm hoping the shops just all connect themselves now. Right, now it's all one level. It should work. Hey, now it's working. Yeah, it'll connect to those ones. Put those two in. I know it looks a bit rubbish, but at least they're connected in. Just that last one to go. That one. This last one's being very awkward. There we go. Got it. Oh, got it. Yay. And what I'll do 2 paths out of here. You'll never know because it'll be hidden. Okay.
Thank you, Zekin.
Thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure to have you here. We'll be stopping soon anyway, so you're not going to miss much. But thank you for stopping by. It's been really fun. And thank you for all the pieces that I've been able to use that you've created on the workshop. They're really awesome. I may have to remove the... that looks a little odd, so I think I'm going to have to remove the curb from that bit as well. We'll make our own curve for this bit. Right, okay. Now our steel Fill the board up. And I'm relying on this wooden piece. Probably a little bit too much, aren't I? We will do. And the good thing with this is we get to use the normal picnic benches here because it's on a path now.
Ha!
Okay, so it's still up a little bit, but that's okay. Right. Can we get this so it goes flush with the ground? Yes, we'll see. Right, that's as far as we can go with it, so first we can have that just as gravel. Back a tad anyway. Now I can copy all those pieces. Yeah. Here's one. Oh, well, that's not pleasant. It's like someone vomited wood. Oh, he's off. It's interesting the way the ground goes lumpy around there. I'll have to leave that piece up a bit. I'll figure that out later. Auto save. Edit group and that one up. What time are we on now? Oh gosh, it's like 20 to 5. Alright, we'll finish this floor and then we'll end off because we've got something to do later. And I need to prep. I probably need to get something for lunch as well. It's been fun today. I've got some more stuff done after I finally figured out how to get YouTube working.
Yep.
That was a nightmare and a half. Oh, that floor's already done, so don't need to do that. Maybe we could do like an indoor storage area or something there. Right, well I will get to that. So I will drop a save. Save park. Cactus tropical. Okay. So, thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed what we did today. We haven't really done that much. We had a nice tour of the park. We built a boat. I suppose we built all this entrance area, which
yeah.
I do really love the hammocks. I think they look really cute now, actually. And you get the idea what they're for.
Yeah, I think it's a nice touch. I like the big shark head as well.
Yeah, and the little bits in here. I think we've done okay. It looks, you know, generally all right for this sort of thing. So I will put on the end screen. So thank you very much. Gonna end our stream now. I will be back. Not sure when. Maybe next week. We might be doing something over on Twitch next week. But thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Bye everyone.